All right.
Let me get my sugar on.
Ah, what is that?
Holy shit, that's too much freaking sugar.
You're gonna be very hyped up for the Hypecast, right? That's how we definitely start.
I mean, if you played Pokemon Sun and Moon, what I was eating was malasadas.
I see.
I mean, it's just dough, freaking drowned it in sugar, but you know,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, isn't it like fried dough with sugar coated? Yeah, powdered
much,
sugar
yeah.
coated. Yeah, it's kind of like dango.
Oh, there was so much dango last night at my sister's.
I haven't had dango in a long time.
Like, I don't know who brought it, but there was like a tray of dango and no one was touching it, and I was like, every so often one stick. I was like,
Yeah.
And I think it was like on my 10th stick. I was like, I'm feeling it.
You damn 10th, Jesus.
Well, no one was eating it, so it's like,
yeah.
I was like, you uncultured swine.
All right. Let's start this with that donut, the pretty much a dango bite. Welcome back, everyone. We are recording this on a different day, slightly, just a day later than usual, because one of us had some obligations, so we took a break there, but we're back nonetheless. We are here for this week of the Hypecast. Hello, Sean here, aka Hawk525, as one of the hosts and the co-host Zawa here, enjoying himself to, what is it called?
It's called malasadas, everybody.
Malasadas, okay. Yeah, pretty much dough with sugar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fried dough.
Fried dough with sugar, yes. That to drive that point home.
I'm not eating raw dough. It's like,
yeah, with sugar, yeah. Gotta throw in that sugar in there, right? So because we had that episode with like 2 weeks worth of news, this week is kind of like barren in comparison, but we still have some stuff to talk about, luckily. So we've already hit February first off, so we've already gone through January just like that. Felt pretty kind of fast, at least for me anyway. And we are right now in California anyway, going through a atmospheric river, which basically means there's a lot of rain and wind. So
not my fault.
So which, funny enough, that river, quote unquote, started from the Hawaiian area. So yeah, so he passed that rain over to us essentially. It went to San Francisco and then went down to LA. So that's according to news anyway, the weather stuff anyway. So
I mean, like, after all the years, you guys said that you had like just droughts.
Oh yeah, we had droughts out the ass.
Few years. So it's a nice change of pace, but I think like some people are like, what the hell is this? What is this coming out of the sky?
Yeah, something to that extent. From what I've read, like what an atmospheric river is, it just basically means there's a lot of moisture in the air and just coming down. I think there's a lot of water in the air and it's just coming down, which I feel like that's how it basically works anyway. So I don't know why they're even calling it anything else other than, why not call it just a rainstorm or something? I don't know. Maybe it is a little different, but what do I know? I'm not a meteorologist or whatever. So anyway, it is raining. It is flooding around the LA area, including Hollywood and all that stuff. So be careful out there for those who do live in SoCal. To all my SoCal brethren and all that. So
Nah, you all drowned.
I'm pretty sure people would think like, you drown in California, isn't it like super dry?
Super dry.
Yeah.
When it wants to be.
Yeah. So anywho, that's what's been going on, I guess, in terms of stuff around this area anyway. So that's lovely. But yeah, we do have some lovely things to talk about nonetheless for here's edition of the Hypecast. So let's start off with some fighting game news. So there is a bit of a change as well for the show, and hopefully I keep this consistent. So every time we start the fighting game stuff, we have this.
This battle is about to explode.
Yep. So I put that together during sometime before this rendition of the Hypecast. So yeah, I thought we have something for each segment. Although we're still missing something for the games stuff. But that one could be like something simple, like a game sound effect or something, or whatever, or a little jingle or something. So we'll, I guess maybe we can work on that. But
I guess like for games, the quarter up sound.
Quarter up sound.
Like the quarter of the game token going into the arcade machine.
Oh, which one though?
I know.
I'm thinking of Tekken immediately. Man.
Too bad we cannot use the Marvel one.
Oh god, that's gonna reignite that debate again.
What did it say?
What is it saying? And it's funny, right? Because the file name says it all. It's a let's go crazy. You can't really make an argument anymore, really. So anyway, let's do some fighting game stuff. So for Street Fighter 6, I guess this is the only thing we got, but I guess this is something worth mentioning, I guess. So from the Street Fighter Twitter account, another Street Voter event is taking place in the Battle Hub until 2020. Oh wow, I'm getting a weather alert. It says a flash flood warning is in effect.
I didn't do it, kids. I'm not sending, rain. I'm not using any of my water Pokemons to use Rain Dance right now.
This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing.
Sorry. Okay, first off the bat, the artwork looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the artwork for the actual game cover. Still, very, very questionable. Very question. I still question it, man. Like,
again, why wasn't this?
Yeah.
In the front.
I don't know, dude. I don't know who made that decision, but that person needs to.
Someone on the executive side for whoever choosing like what artwork goes on top of the cases needs to be like, nope.
They need to get dunked in the what do you call those, like the dunking tanks where you like throw the baseballs at the target and then they go get dunked. They needed to go through that. But anyways, it says correctly predict the Capcom Cup 10 champion and be rewarded with an exclusive outfit one color for the character the champ wins or uses to win the grand final. You'll also get a little something just for voting. So that is the only like big thing, I guess, that happened besides
the reveal of Ed.
Yeah, the reveal of Ed and this fighting pass. I think we didn't talk about this, so I guess we can mention that too.
Yep.
So from the title, right, it says Ed arrives, right? But it doesn't really show when Ed is arriving.
What is he?
Yeah, what is he? Blah blah blah. All they show is just the avatar. stuff, which has been, you know, a subject of like getting more costumes than the actual playable characters at this point, which is like, you know, depending on who you are, of course. Like if you like the avatars, then obviously you're getting stuff. But if you're like more on just the side of like wanting to play the classic characters, then of course, yes, you're going to be soured by how they're treating this game thus far when it comes to cosmetic stuff. So yeah, and then not to mention, yeah, like the titling is very misleading. They should have like mentioned like this is just the fighting pass. Yeah, why do they even call it Ed Arrives? Like what, you know what I mean? Like that's such a weird name for it, you know. So I just thought that was very strange. And if you look on the YouTube video, which I thought I had it on hand, but or put it had it in the doc, but I'll just go ahead and type it out. Let me just see if Ed Arrives shows up for. Okay, it does luckily. Let me pause this for a second. Look at the dislike ratio. Bam, look at that, dude. 2k likes to 3.8k dislikes. That's a big ratio on that one, right? On the dislike side of things. So definitely they did not like the titling of this video. You know, people are pointing out like, can we get an actual Ed trailer? Yeah, like titling these videos. You know, you gotta start titling these videos differently. So when does Ed arrive? Yeah, that's essentially the big question here, right? Most importantly, please reconsider your monetization, Capcom. That's another thing too, right? Because like the pricing on the costumes is definitely eye-watering. It's not great, you know. Still, don't play with my emotions.
It's questionable about their pricing.
Yeah. Again, they're just treating the avatars, you know, with that royal treatment. Just that's what it looks like to me anyway. So otherwise, yeah, it features like I believe like the music, cosmetic stuff, stickers or whatever, like all the other like little minor stuff, like like the titles, wallpaper for your device or whatever, photo frame. You can even pick up the classic game for your arcade stuff, Captain Commando, and then yeah, emotes, all that stuff. Oh yeah, so you have the Street Fighter 5 renditions of the character themes like Ed, Falk, and Balrog even, for the music to pick up if you want to. And then yeah, some artwork, blah blah blah, that sort of stuff. But nowhere here, right? No release date for Ed, which I'm expecting for him to come out like sometime in February, but we haven't really heard anything. So
oh yeah, you mean this month?
Yeah,
it'll be very unfortunate if he came out on FF7 day.
Yeah,
like,
nobody
very unfortunate.
Yeah, nobody wants to touch Street Fighter 6, you know, for that little honeymoon, right? So like everyone's gonna be on that game, so I know I'll put my time into that game for sure once that arrives. Yeah, so yeah, you know, very unfortunate if that is the case. We'll see. So I just thought I mentioned that at there's been has some shakeups for Street Fighter 6 when it comes to the monetization and like the expansion side of things, you know, the updates and all that stuff, you know. Not exactly the best job there, unfortunately, for a game that is objectively pretty fun within the Street Fighter sort of circle, you could say.
Yep.
So we'll see when they'll oh okay, so they do say it, but it's just in the tweet. Okay, I didn't even like realize that. So which is okay, so I guess Ed's punchy arrival on February 27th. So when is FF's rebirth?
2 days after.
The
29th. Okay. So still it's on FF7 week. So it's pretty much yeah, some people might be like, wow, he's here. Play. Honey, Yeah, FF7, give me.
Honey, you haven't touched your Street Fighter 6 Ed DLC.
DLC.
Yep.
No, play with you.
It's weird because in the video they don't. I don't think they showed that for some reason. Let me see. Close tab. Did they say in the description? Yeah, it just says imminent arrival, so it doesn't even like mention when exactly. Yeah, so even at the end they don't even say anything either. So that's a mishap on the editor's part or somebody's part, like the video director's part. No one said like, hey, where's the release date for this or whatever. So at least that's how I would have approached it anyway, because otherwise, yeah, in the tweet it says it. So that's why probably like people weren't as soured or disappointed or anything like that. But yeah, but still, yeah, anything but an Ed trailer. Like, where's Ed? Like, where's his gameplay trailer? Like, how does he work? You know, and all that stuff. Especially when we're just a couple weeks away now, several weeks away at least. It's imminent. It's pretty soon. You know, right? Kind of around the corner. We're getting to that corner. Can we customize the actual characters, please? Thanks. You know, as someone would say in the comments. Enough with the avatar skins. Flood us with character skins. Like, yeah, where are the character stuff? You know, non-existent, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you want to pay? You want to pay for character skins? Give us the moolah, man. Give us that moolah, baby. That's what they maybe are saying, really. All right, so that's it for me anyway for the Ed stuff and Street Fighter 6 in general. Unless you have anything else to say about FF6.
FF6?
SF6, I said.
Oh, I was like FF6.
Not FF6, but I'll cut you some slack. As yes, they do sound alike. Yes.
I guess for Street Fighter 6 at the moment, it's yeah, like where it is right now, it's kind of dry to me. Like
it's kind of just like steady, like nothing really is happening until like
nothing, until later.
Yeah, and then when Akuma arrives, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" You know,
everyone's gonna wake up. But then there's also the whatever's happening with Mortal Kombat. Right
oh now. Man, it's
like you're poking Mortal Kombat with a stick, going like, "You alive? You okay?"
Yeah. When is the next character coming? Because it's supposed to be Peacemaker, right? So
yeah, it's supposed to be this guy named John Cena. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's been some stuff being talked about for MK1, unfortunately, when it comes to like the, I guess, excitement around that game as of current, which is like kind of on a more lower side because of like a number of factors, including like the content, the quality of the content, invasion mode not being like exactly like the best mode for or anyone really, and then the online experience has been not great, and then just the gameplay not being for everyone, unfortunately. Like even like the casuals, from what I've heard, have been dropping out because they don't like the team stuff, because that's not what they're looking for in the MK game. They just want to just pick it up, focus on that one character and play, which is I guess a fair point, you know.
Some people don't like the assists like mechanic. They just want the bare 1v1.
Yeah, that's because that's kind of like what they grew up with, right? You know. Yeah. I do understand that. Yeah, you know, that something like that maybe should have been another mode, like just like in No Mortal Kombat 9, because they had a 2v2 mode and a 1v1 mode, and I don't know how that was like when the competitive side of things were going in its prime time. Like, did they focus on more on the 1v1 side, or did they also implemented the 2v2 stuff in tournaments? You know, I don't remember. I wasn't really that active at the time when it comes to FGC stuff, because I sort of like started looking into that stuff around '09, funny enough. So yeah, so I guess you can call me an '09er, even though I'm not really part of the FGC, but nonetheless, yeah, around that time I was more paying attention to that stuff then. So yeah, I mean, unfortunate for MK1, because the core stuff of itself is fine, I feel, but the stuff around it but even like the main gimmick, which is the team assist stuff, is being looked at as a detriment for the casual side of things, unfortunately, right? Because that's supposed to be the main attraction, but it really is the main detriment more than anything. And not to mention the on top of all that, right? You have the fatalities that cost like an arm and leg at first, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll reduce the prices," you know, that kind of stuff. But still,
if I all the 3 games right now, that fighting games right now, MK1, Street Fighter 6, and now Tekken 8. Each one has their strengths, each one has their weakness. But
yes,
I guess where we're coming from is what content are in each game, and which game fulfills, you know, your checklist. So far, from what I heard, MK1 is not fulfilling a lot of people's checklists.
Seems like, right? Strangely, even though, invasion mode looks like something the casuals would have liked, but it's not really.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 has, I want to say, maybe 75% of people's checklists, and then there's a Tekken 8 that has that sweet spot, or it's the honeymoon phase right now. Everyone's playing.
Yeah.
Which again, like with Street Fighter, it's good that some of the characters are kind of not toned down, but just more friendlier than its past iterations.
Right. Yes. Although that of itself, when it comes to the competitive side of things, you have a lot of Kens and Lukes, unfortunately, and not so much having everyone else buffed, you know. I feel like,
I mean,
you're gonna say something?
It's like adding on to with Street Fighter 6, you have a really good set of wide range of the cast, but what mostly do you see? As we said, Ken and Luke's. They get you the wins.
Yes, they have all the tools for being a very effective fighting game character. So yeah, that is especially a thing in the Capcom Cup side of things too, especially. So expect a lot of that when we get to actual Capcom Cup 10. Yeah. So that's unfortunately like that is definitely a detriment for the viewers, the spectator side of things. When you're more of a casual viewer, you are going to be bored, but there are other characters for sure. I believe there is a Geef in there, right, with Snake Eyes. You know, so I personally would like to root for that man, you know.
There's Geef. We're probably going to see a few Marisha.
I think there's a money sign there, yeah.
I don't know about Chun-Li. I haven't seen them.
There, if Punk is in there, Chun-Li is, because Punk plays Chun-Li for sure. So
you might see a lot, not a lot, but maybe a good handful of what the fuck was her name? Lily?
Oh, Lily? There might be one Lily.
Yeah.
I mean,
one Lily.
If you want to say a handful of characters, DJs. There's a number of DJs in there too.
probably be. a
DJ is
good
like right
handful.
there. Like I feel like he's right there from what I've seen, next to Luke, Ken and Luke.
I don't think we will see any Monom.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, because I don't know if Idom really likes playing Manon for like that type of stuff, unfortunately. But JP is still up there too. Let's not forget JP is still up there for sure.
JP's probably gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. There's some Dalzims in there. I think. I think there's one Ryu. There is one Ryu.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, one Ryu in there for sure. And then maybe another handful of camis as well. So it's not entirely bad, but it's very apparent that Ken and Luke are very strong. So let's just put it that way. I think the game itself is fine in comparison to MK1. MK1 has been unfortunately on the downside of things for sure, if you're going to compare to the big three right now anyway. But of course with Tekken 8, and speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about that. I played it, so so far I do like it. I think the story mode was pretty good for what it is within the Tekken circle. I love the fan service that they sprinkled throughout, especially by the end of it, right? They just threw in a bunch of like old notes in there for sure. So the story mode of itself was very entertaining for sure. There's still some weird quirks and cheesy stuff in there and stuff like that for fighting game story, but for in terms of Tekken stories, this was definitely the best one out there. So I definitely can say that, especially by the end. Like holy crap, you know, kind of almost like the similar levels of Azura's Wrath, kind of rambunctious sort of back and forth kind of thing. But yeah, it definitely leads to the next thing kind of thing, like, you know, a Tekken 9 almost, or maybe story expansion DLC thing almost for sure. But there were some disappointments, like how they utilize, or lack of utilization for Asuka, because Asuka is a Kazama, and Kazamas are supposed to be special, right? Every Kazama is has some sort of special ability. Apparently, like they are supposed to be able to purify people, almost kind of like the opposite of the Mishimas. So whereas Mishimas have like this destructive power, the Kazamas have healing abilities. So that was very disappointing in my eyes, to see Asuka being shoved to the side like that, when I think she deserves to be involved with it as well. You know, you know, she even has some similar moves with Jun Kazama, so there's some connections and parallels there. So why not include her into the story? But they just definitely shoved what's her face, Reina. You know, the new face, yeah, right? Reina. Yeah, she's just kind of like the what's that dog from The Simpsons, Poochie or something? You know, yeah. that effect almost. Like they got to show off that new character almost, and then just like the only significant thing Asuka did literally was just finding out that there's a family tree. You know, that's all there was, unfortunately. And that's pretty much.
It's also funny that like Lily had more fucking screen time than Asuka.
Yeah, because literally what she was being dragged. Asuka was being literally dragged around. That's literally what her role was. She was being dragged around by Lily, and Lily was kind of like the Karin or whatever for Street Fighter 5. Karin definitely had a significant role in that story, and then Lily was kind of like had some sort of significant contribution to the story as well, because she was the one who helped Jin get to the sacred place or whatever. So by playing, but yeah, that's pretty much those notes on that when it comes to those little nitpicks anyway. But you know, but still the story mode was good, I would say. best fighting game, like story in general, I don't know. But Tekken, I'd say yes for sure. Definitely for sure.
Now, would you say it's a good good closing, like a good closure for the quote unquote Kazama Mishima saga?
I can't
At the moment, where it stands.
I can't confidently say that because, like I said, there is something that leads into potentially Tekken 9 or whatever.
Something
so
else.
there's something else, definitely. So it is not the end. There's still more stuff coming, let's just say, and so you'll have more content there when it comes to the story side of things. Now, when it comes to the actual gameplay side of things, I've been having fun with it. You've seen some combo stuff from me, you know, with the Jack 8 stuff, you know. I played a little bit of Jack online, and you know, it was more what I expected. I got some losses, I got some wins, you know, on my first run, and I forgot where I ended up in the rank for Jack, but I was cleaning up the rank for sure. So it's kind of actually hard to lose rank because you're when you lose points, it's very minimal, but when you win, you get a lot of points. But I think that's probably because of the early ranks. Maybe you get a lot of points, and then as you go further, right, you gain less and less points, maybe. So, yeah. So, you know, on that side of things, it's Tekken, right? So Tekken is very hard to play when you want to get into it because it's definitely very much like knowledge check the game, because you gotta know your fundamentals, you gotta memorize the strings for each character, you know, when to duck these when to duck the highs and block the mids, and you know when are the lows coming, right, you know, that sort of thing, because all characters have some sort of target combo that leads to different directions and different areas they attack, right? You know, high, low, mid, whatever, right? Sides, even, you know, sidestepping, and do these moves track, you know, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to memorize. That's why Tekken is definitely high up there of how hard it is to keep up with. So it's pretty intimidating still, but having to say that, there is the stylish mode where you can have auto combos and stuff like that to just get in there and do a combo right off the bat. And then speaking of which, though, there is potentially an exploit that someone found out, and let me bring up the video here and I'll explain after. So let's just watch this for a moment here. So, did you see what was going on there? Or, I mean, the person does explain a little bit, but do you visually understand what just happened there?
Oops. Looks like a shortcut.
Yes. So
shortcutting.
Yes. So he was plinking. So he was plinking between the stylish mode and manual mode, essentially, because in stylish mode, the very first move you hit is the electric uppercut, which is a very famous move with the Mishima characters, and that with that allows you to do electrics very easily if you practice the plinking. And plinking kind of means just like going back and forth pretty fast, essentially, in this case anyway. So I think someone like Sonic Fox was like, oh, is this going to be legal in tournaments? Because I want to practice that, you know? Yeah, here we go, Sonic Fox right there. They're just like, wait a minute, this is something pretty. This is some tech right here, you know? And this is demonstrated throughout each Mishima. So Kazuya, I believe. So even Dragunov has some sort of like special or some use with the plinking as well. Not just the Mishimas, but a number of people, a number of characters. But yes, especially with Reina, who does have electric uppercut. can do it too, very easily. And it's not just a regular uppercut, it's the perfect uppercut. That's why they say Soria or Doria or whatever. That's the signal that you're doing a perfect input for the Electric Wind God Fist. Yes. That's why people will kind of meme on it, like, you know, Doria, Doria, you know. That's the sort of Tekken meme, right? So I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. That could happen like that. So that could potentially
like,
be.
I was also thinking, because again, I don't have 8, but it made me wonder, like, for the little menu to pop up here every now and then.
Yes.
Well, like a king player, how easier is it going to be with the grapples?
I can imagine it would be easier to a degree. So yeah, it's gotta be easier with that. But I think the thing is, though, you are limited to only to some moves. So I don't think you have every grapple move, but you do have at least, I think, just like the running power bomb, and that's pretty much it. So
yeah, and then what was it? Someone compared the little menu as modern controls from Street Fighter 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's basically what it is. It's an auto combo mode. It's an easy mode.
But it's like those side by side. Yeah, you want wrong.
Yeah, it's an easy mode for Tekken, in this case. And it's funny though, you know right away when you're playing online when they're using stylish mode, like, oh, they're using that because the menu is right there, like it pops up.
Yeah, I was like, you can't hide it.
You can't hide it.
Like,
no.
hi, I'm here.
Yeah, you can't hide it. So it's very obvious when you see it, when they're using it. But that is something to think about when you're playing Tekken. If you want to exploit it for right now, hey, you know, this is something for you maybe to do until Harada and his team takes that out, essentially.
Slap it across the face.
Yeah.
Or they just ask King to pedigree you. It's like, the hell are you doing?
Yeah. I am surprised though that none of his QAs or whatever caught that. But I don't want to say his, like, I don't want, you know, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm surprised that any of the testers,
the team,
that anyone on the team, anyone on the team pointed that out or found this exploit. You know, I'm kind of surprised.
I mean, I want to see later down the line, it is going to turn into a turn it on and off feature.
Well, that's what it is.
I've also
I mean, but
also,
well, what I'm saying is that you can turn it on and off during the fight, though. That's why the plinking.
During the fight, but I think it might be just a full-on feature, like just to have it off.
Like you can only turn it on and off during the character select or like in the menu or something.
Pre-match,
post-match, or post-match, yeah. Or maybe like in,
or just have.
I have what?
Oh, go.
Oh, okay, so I was gonna say like in because there's a tournament mode feature. So if once you turn on tournament mode, that'll shut off the thing. And then as for online ranked, maybe that's the only time you can do the exploit. I don't know. Or
I think what's gonna happen with like Tekken 8 Evo, like everyone's gonna go straight to you'll have to play on tournament mode. No mode.
Oh, for sure. That's what it's definitely there for tournaments like that, for sure.
But I've also seen that tournament mode you cannot skip or you cannot do something. You have to actually play your sets before you can do anything else.
Right. So we'll see though, because like this game has a full 6 months before Evo, so I'm sure something will come about to get this sorted out, if it does get sorted out. So what it also does too, not only it makes the electric moves easier, it makes while running moves easier. That's the other thing to mention. That's why Dragunov was in there too, because what he was doing was a running move. because because there's a basic combo button, there's a special move button, and then when it comes to lows and throws, that's on circle or whatever. If you're playing on pad, so on and so forth. So that's kind of how it works when it comes to stylish mode. So that's why with this exploit right now, you can turn it on and off just like that, like boom, 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 and then you can just literally do electrics and running moves very easily with this tech. Yeah, to practice it, sure, but it's, I'm sure, something you can definitely do once you get it down. Which, still, nonetheless, I think in my eyes that's an exploit. So, yeah, everyone's like, wow, wow, and then delete this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to say that. Well, I was gonna ask you about your time with Tekken online and stuff. Like you mostly played Jax, right?
Jack,
You
Jack
didn't
8,
dive
yeah.
in.
Mhm.
You didn't dive into Dragonoff yet.
Not
right?
yet, no.
So I guess it's gonna be like a speed round. How does Jack 8 feel like to you, since that's your boy?
I feel like for this time around, okay, so this is me comparing to Jack 7 when he was launched.
Yeah.
So obviously Jack 8 not as like disgusting in some areas, but he does have the flex or whatever, but it turns out that it's not as bad because Jack 8, or just Jack in general, tends to be weak up close, like very up close, because none of his moves are fast. The only fast moves he has is just a high jab, which you can just duck it. So that's why Jack is better played for the most part like mid-range. So you don't want to be up close with Jack unless you're ready to like grab or just jab or whatever. Maybe his elbow could help, but he's not generally a great character up close. That's why, when it comes to people, or when it comes to characters who do rush down, they can exploit him, in my eyes anyway. Now this could just be me like not being adequate just yet, because I just played my first time and such like that, but I feel like nonetheless, yeah, like he gets blown up close like that. So that's why a lot of Jacks in general kind of play neutral, like footsies and stuff like that. If you kind of notice, they don't really like go up close, and unless they're on the wall or the opponent is already at the wall, then yes, just like any other character, you probably want to keep them at the wall as much as you can. But Jack overall I think he's fine. I think he's okay, but there are definitely other characters that are strong right now, like obviously with Reina. Azucena's kind of, I feel like, up there kind of, but then you have Devil Jin. Jin I think is pretty good. June up right now I feel like is really good. So on and so forth.
That's the thing I wanted to also to throw my observation of characters. There's some people that are players. There are some players that play as Azucena. They rarely do her what would you call it? Counter?
Oh, the
parry?
dodging?
Yeah.
I've seen some. I think it's very exploitable. That's why they don't do it as often.
Because I think it's only like mid and high. I've never seen it like parry low unless I'm not paying attention.
That's probably why, because I don't know how she works completely. So I think maybe she gets blown up with lows. Maybe I'm not sure. And I poke Jack. I use Jack to poke with lows like a lot of times too. So
does Jack still have the I call it the baby punch, where he's on his ass and he's like,
oh, he does, yeah, but that's not useful at all unless you are on a, what do you call it? You just want to like play with your opponent at that point. That's not something you just do in like the casual matches when you're with your friends. offline.
Unless you have the life lead, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so yeah,
just,
unless you have the life lead, you kind of just feel it. You're feeling it. You kind of want to play with your food, kind of thing. Yeah, sure. I've done it like plenty of times with Jack for sure, but no, that's not a viable move for sure. Yes, he does have the classic dance, the Russian dance, whatever you want to call it, the stupid sitting down punch stuff. So yeah, for the most part, he's Jack. More or less, he does have the same Jack fundamentals or similar Jack fundamentals. It's just that he has some new moves. He has follow-ups now, and you can follow up the elbow with the flex, and then the flex leads into like either the high kick or the mid spinning punch, or whatever you want. You can even follow up with a grab, which he does a special grab from it, which is kind of neat. Yeah, he's got that shockwave too, kind of like with Potemkin. The big Potemkin shockwave that he does that hits low. He has that too. So, but you can't do it up close. You have to do it mid range. I tried to do it and I got blown up for it. So that's definitely not like disgusting or anything like that, unless you know Jack in and out like very well, like how to play Jack very well. So I would say he's overall he's either like mid tier or maybe at that very highest, just high tier, but he's not as, I don't think he's S tier for sure for right now, unless new stuff comes out for Jack, then maybe he can climb up to S. But there's plenty of other better characters like Devil Jin, for example. He's just disgusting from what I've seen. When it comes to people I've played, right, but when it comes to characters I've been playing against, surprisingly I have not run into Devil Jin though. I have run into plenty of Azucenas, one Xiao Yu, one Harang, one Reina, but I actually won very well against Reina, unfortunately for that person. What else? One Jin Kazama.
King Goose.
The what?
King Goose.
Oh, Kings? No Kings. No Kings as yet. I have not run into a King. I don't know if I think one Yoshimitsu, maybe one, if I can recall correctly. But I would say for sure Azucena was the most used character in my run so far. So I think it's just like, people want to try out Azucena because she's a new character for right now. So
I'll say no victors.
Not in my run. Yeah. Yet. So yeah. But plenty of Azucenas for sure. I can tell you that for sure. And she has a low grab, which is very annoying, but yeah. Especially once you get into her space, it's very annoying. I want to say it's breakable, but I gotta lab it. I gotta see if that's how you break it.
It's like the fuck is this?
Yeah. And not to and that's an important thing to mention for Tekken 8. The training stuff is very, very good because you can learn how to punish people, which you can punish specific characters with specific punishes for each of your characters. So it's very good, I would say. Like you can learn to like know when and what exactly to punish with for against each character. Now, yes, you have to memorize it, but it is something it is something worth noting because they just tell you right then and there, unlike all the other fighting games. And then the replay mode, I'm sure at this point, is very good because you can actually go into that replay mode, play that character, and see what's duckable, what's when you can block, what's not a true combo. So you can actually see what's punishable and stuff like that as well. They even tell you, oh, the string, there's a high in there, so you can duck at that moment and then punish. I went in there and used it once, and I already can see what Azucena's when you can punish one of Azucena's strings. And it's one of those strings that she even counts. Uno, dos, tres, whatever she says in her language. When she's saying that, it's like a more obvious signal, like, oh, this is the string, and then you can duck on the very last kick that she does, and then you can punish with the Wild Rising uppercut or whatever, or launcher. So stuff like that is very intricate and very good for Tekken 8. I want to say extra kudos to that they added that feature. So this is definitely the most accessible Tekken thus far for a game that's very known to be very hard to play. So yes, it's still very hard to play, but at least they give you like the tools to help you at least understand if you're willing to understand the game. So, they even, on top of all that, they have the stylish mode. The training mode is good. The online replay stuff is really good. So there is stuff to praise for, definitely. And then they got the arcade quest, Tekken Ball, which is something to mention. I wished Tekken Ball was online, but it's only offline for right now. That's my only big complaint when it comes to that. So hopefully they can make Tekken Ball online. I just want to play some Tekken Ball, with other people online, or at least try it out. Oh yeah, I ran into one Steve Fox. That's I forgot to mention that.
Let's go, governor.
I know that. He doesn't say that, but I have not run into other Jacks, thankfully, so I don't like mirror matches. Trying to remember if I'm like missing anyone. I don't think so. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of strings that you have to remember when to block, when to duck, when to do this and that. That's why like you gotta have like all the notes on you, right? You know how like the competitors, they got their phone out or whatever and the notes.
Yeah,
you definitely have to do that for Tekken if you're gonna compete, for sure. Like top 8 stuff.
you pretty much have to turn into Deku.
For sure.
Just mutter.
You gotta mutter the hell. Yeah.
Yourself. He's like, okay, if he does this movie, it's -2 on the frame, and counter with this. It's like, bro, what the hell are you talking about?
No, that's exactly what you gotta do, pretty much, if you want to be a top player for Tekken. At least I feel anyway. But no, nonetheless, though, I was having fun with it. It was satisfying whenever I was able to do my combos. So,
I mean, that's the thing too. Like these fighting games, as long as it's fun for you, play them. Play.
It will be frustrating for sure, because it is. You're learning so much at once. You're just like how do I fight against this character? What's going on? Like why am I getting beaten so much in these moments?
Why is my ass getting kicked so much?
Yeah, right. Because you don't know the frame data on those moves, or you don't know the ins and out of each character strings. So yeah, it's knowledge check the game. And don't forget, you can move sideways. So that's in the whole another game too, because it's a 3D fighting game. So yeah.
And again, it's like that's why when I saw people asking like, is King like easy to learn? It's like he's okay. His advanced stuff, yeah, it's gonna kick your ass. But if you just do his basic B&B, yeah, you have to just do repetition. Like you gotta have your muscle memory.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did warn a lot of people, like my friend who is picking up King. I told him, play now and go into low ranks, because people still don't know how to break his grabs in low ranks.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing about King. So you can have King punish power crushes and armored moves with his grabs, and if you do that specifically, they can't break it no matter what. Right now, at least, they cannot break it. So if your king is on point, you can literally like lock their moves down, or lock away their armor moves. If you know if they're gonna armor move, grab them, and then they can't break it no matter what. So that is one thing King potentially has over other characters.
And then I also mentioned to my friends, like, if you wait too long, to play this game, and you just want to dive into King, it's probably gonna be too late. Everyone's gonna know how to break his.
That's a very good point. Yeah, because this is the honeymoon right now. Everyone's playing it. You definitely want to play as many opponents as you can, and then once 1 month passes by, now you're just gonna be playing against all the sweaties and or more sweaties and all the competitors and stuff. So it's gonna be very frustrating, and of course that'll make you want to fall off the game. So if you're gonna play Tekken online, play it now. At least I got a piece of that, and I can definitely say I'm having fun with it. It's because there's enough people around my level, I guess, for right now to be able to at least taste it. So that is my basic experience so far with Tekken. Other things, they got the music in there. You can customize the playlist and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Stages look pretty cool so far. The graphics look great on my TV, so that's a nice thing. The other issue I've heard, I don't know if this is like a PS5 thing or some specific issue, but apparently Tekken 8 makes your PS5 overheat. But I don't know if that's like for the physical side of things, because the disc for some reason like goes like wild or something for Tekken 8 specifically, and then it like burns up the PS5 and overheats, and it just causes the game to just shut down. So I don't know if it's just some people or just like, I don't know, like but that is a pretty concerning thing to hear. But I for the most part have not seen other people have that experience. Only like I've seen 2 people get that overheating thing. But I guess that is something to note for anyone trying to pick up Tekken, I guess. So if you want to play it safe, get it digital, I guess, like I did. So I mean, not that I knew, but I knew after that fact. So I just happened to get it on digital because that's how I get my fighting games, is digital. So that way I don't have to like get up and put the disc in, and then because I just want to play. I want to sit down and play, and like I want that fix, right away. Okay, so that's it for the fighting games, I guess. There was something about Uni, but we don't really play Uni, so KOF came out with a new mechanic, KOF 15, which is like the advancing strike, which basically is like kind of like an armor move, but different properties and stuff like that, and it literally like stops neutral, I guess. A little different from what was the other one? I know there was another armored move for KOF stuff, or KOF 15 stuff. Advancing strike, and then what's the other one? That was the advance was the new one. The older one, I forget the name. Excuse me, I forget the name for it. But anyway, new mechanic for it, which is surprising because KOF is still having their World Tour stuff, and the finals is like in March. So throwing that new mechanic in there right in the middle of things, or and not so much like after the World Tour, that's kind of surprising to me. So now I don't know if this makes certain characters worse or other characters better, but I heard Maxima loses out because he's gonna get more exploited, supposedly, or something, because you can literally use advancing strikes to keep your turn going, because they can't wake up grab or they can't wake up attack or whatever because of what advancing strike does, from what I've heard anyway. But I'm not an expert. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You know, that's what I only hear anyway. So now I think that's all I got for fighting game stuff. So
I guess we can also add this to the ending of fight games.
yes, I got, yeah.
Play however you want. Wi-Fi or wired.
Oh
Go
right,
nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, go nuts. Because again, if Wi-Fi is the only way you can, do your connections, just go and just don't be discouraged if you're playing online and
Yeah.
people insta deny or just not want to play. It's just that kind of that small toxic mentality of Wi-Fi people are bad. You should get wired. It's like, no, you don't know what that person's situation is. At home.
That's true.
I mean, hell, fucking, I was on Wi-Fi for a long time.
Yeah, we were playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah, again, I can agree to it. It's like there were good connections, and then there were like, bruh.
Yeah.
I think it was what
MKX also.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. But I think that
You had me in that in a good string combo, and then all of a sudden my Wi-Fi is like.
Well, no, to be
like,
fair, also that game had horrible netcode at the time too. To be fair, but that is the nature of Wi-Fi also. And you live in Hawaii, so.
Yeah, I live on an island. Our fastest, if I wanted to pay $90 per month, is 1 gig download and 800
upload. Yeah,
I mean, not bad, but still fucking expensive.
Yeah, that sounds about average. So
and the provider that I have still has not switched to fiber. So we're still in the Stone Age.
Yeah,
Thanks,
same.
Spectrum.
Same here. Yeah, I have Spectrum as well, so I definitely do feel that.
Yeah, he feels my pain.
Yeah. So we can now get on to the front line news. So, here is definitely we got more stuff to talk about for sure. So I guess during the course of Last of Us Part 2, actor for Abigail, Laura Bailey, right? Famous Laura Bailey. According to FGC News, has discussed how fans of the game sent abusive messages, including death threats targeting her infant son in the wake of Last of Us Part 2. So
this all came from the recent documentary of The Last of Us Part 2, like behind the scenes stuff.
Yes.
I believe you can watch it on Netflix, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, just as Hawk was saying, fans sent very bad words against her and her unborn child, and it's like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah. It's a very similar sort of situation with Genshin. Voice actors get death threats or comments for some fucking reason, right? Which we'll probably talk about a little bit more of that later on, but it's a very similar thing here because it's something that they disagree with. Abby, yes, was obviously a very controversial thing in the game, right? Because of what happens in the story. So she happens to be like, the one who does the thing, you know, that people hate it for. So that was likely one of the big contributions to leading to the whole, you know, sending death threats and all the angry comments and all the nasty shit that has come the way relating to Last of Us Part 2. It was a very very controversial time, for sure, in terms of video games of themselves. Obviously, not the best way to go. That those people deserve some sort of charge, because I feel anyway. Yeah, being called out, that's the least of it. I think they need to be taught something else too, you know, through different means, that this is not okay, obviously.
It's not.
Yeah, but you know, people will be people, and not be
And
rash.
blame the voice actors for how the story goes. It's like, no, it comes down again, like, it's the writing.
Writing, direction, yeah.
Yeah. The actors, like, some people believe the actors have a voice to say, like, oh, I actually really don't want to do that because that's not how my character's like. They don't give two shits.
Right.
The writers and the directors don't give two shits.
Right, they're the ones who make the final decision anyway. They can only contribute. Actors can only contribute so much. You know, they're there to do a job, given a direction, and they have to go with it for the most part. You know, and yet they're the ones who get the comments, right? The nasty comments.
Yeah, they get the literal sink thrown at them.
Right, and then all the like higher ups kind of just are able to just not deal with that, let's just say. But I'm sure they've dealt with or seen other comments, right, their way. But I think it's because a lot of these voice actors have social medias, right, and they're the most accessible way to reach out to these, you know, franchises or whatever, right, depending on what it is. Like, when it comes to, like, you know, the Marvel stuff, right, who do you go on to comment, right? Like, it's the celebrities, it's the actors, right, for them. A lot of times, you know, if you don't like the movie, just hypothetically speaking, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or something, you know, a lot of people go on to Chris Pratt's account and be like, oh, you suck, or, you know, whatever,
Yeah,
or, you know.
What was it? Kind of piggybacking. Remember The Last Jedi?
Yes.
How everyone jumped on the actress of Rose.
Yes.
Saying, like, hey, you fucking destroyed Star Wars with your stupid. I was like, it's not her damn fault. What the hell?
Right. Yeah, that was a very very prominent example of that. Very unfortunate for that actress.
Yeah, Miss Kelly Marie Tran. Yeah, and I was like, it's not fucking her fault. The hell?
Right, and then, but I mean, of course, I'm sure Ryan Johnson got sort of that same treatment to an extent, but like the fact that it also went to her, that's definitely like, what, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. It's very illogical or irrational. When I'm not saying like you should send those death threats to the creators or the higher ups by any means, but you know, have your critiques or criticisms or whatever towards them, and not so much the actors or whatever, unless you have specific comments about the acting, like, oh, you should have done it like this or something like that. I don't know, that's a different story. But if you're gonna be mad at somebody, right, of course do it constructively or whatever, but if you're gonna be mad at somebody, you know, then why not be mad at the ones who actually control what the story goes, or how the story goes, or what happens in the story, you know what I mean? So
that's why, again, like, with The Last Jedi, the damn fucking director said that he's not making this movie for the fans, so that was already a red
That was
flag.
already a red flag. Yes.
I don't know how Disney did not fucking like go like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he is a renowned director, to be fair, but yeah, even I think even still, yes. Yeah.
And then you could see the pain and also in Mark Hamill's eyes when they were talking about like what happened to Luke Skywalker in the movie, you know? Like, oh,
you can kind of also see his face during like the premieres and stuff like that. He just like was just not having it with Johnson during the interviews and all that stuff, which is not having it.
It really looked like that you know that saying like blink if you're being held hostage.
Yeah, blink twice if you're being held hostage or something like that, for sure. But yeah, I mean, you know, these stories like these, it really shows of how shitty people can be and the lengths they go to be shitty, you know.
And then it also shows that, again, like that old saying, like some people should not have access to the internet.
Oh, for
they can
sure.
just hide behind the screen, but when you actually call them out, they just call you, "Oh, you bad."
Or not even. They don't even just say anything, or like they want to turn the other way around when you see them in real life, because they're a bunch of cowards. Let's put it civilly. You know, a bunch of cowards. Like they don't even want to attend to, of course, like those like events, because of course, like you're not, you know, brave enough to face them in real life and say those comments right to their face or whatever. Like if you tell them, if you actually say the death threats towards directly towards that person, I think hands will be thrown. There will be hands thrown for sure, like from either sides, right? From somebody for sure. And that person, I'm sure, would the commenter, let's just say, is gonna have an alteration on their face, for sure, or some sort of physical alteration for sure. So, anyways. It just goes to show that you know, a bunch of these communities, you know, it's bound to have these like dummies and stuff, and you know, it's not just certain communities, it's many of them, you know, they are bound to have these dumb airheads, and you know, it is what it is, I guess. So very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Bailey that happened to her during the wake of the game, you know. Anything else you wanted to say?
You really hate to see, not hate to see it, but just, you know, hate to be part of, you know, well, it's in every fandom that you're in. You just hate to just see it, and you're like,
yeah, because whenever that stuff happens, you get lumped into it, like you know, especially with Genshin, like, you know, a lot of people think, oh, Genshin's just a bunch of idiots and children that play this game that go out and death threatening voice actors and stuff like that, man. It's like, oh my god, you know.
It's like, no, it's actually in every fandom.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure they know it. I don't know. They just probably wanting to say stuff like that to make themselves feel better. Like it's like deflection and projection almost. If not, it is. Yeah. So, that is essentially it on this story. You know, pretty basic, but just very unfortunate for Bailey to have that happen.
Yep.
And I hope she and her family are doing well, for sure.
I mean, she and Travis and their baby son. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing well, and
And continue to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just funny, like because she and Travis they do Critical Role, and they do and say a lot of like holy crap. So
Like unhinged
there's, like,
stuff.
like unhinged or like in character, but like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So that's why like it was like a few times Liam O'Brien would be like just wait till your son gets older and he sees these videos.
Yeah.
Hi from the future. This is your mom.
Yeah.
She's a little crazy right now. I'm like, yep. Laura, you won't be able to talk your way out of that to your son.
Yeah.
Mom, why were you saying that stuff to Dad? Well,
Yeah.
It's like, shit. It's like,
Yep. So let's head on over to a game that came out recently that's been pretty much expected to kind of like flop, at least in critiques anyway, or review wise. So did you want to talk about? Did you want to lead this at least for a little bit for Suicide Squad? What's been your analysis on this game?
from what the analysis, the leak, Batman ending. Well, I guess one of the chapters, it looked like a sloppy mess.
Yeah.
Like, and then besides also the gameplay, like people are saying like it's fun, but to me it's like not everyone needs to use guns. Like this is just everyone has guns. The game featuring the Suicide Squad. 'Cause, I mean, one, you have Captain Boomerang. Why does he need a gun? He has his boomerangs, and each of them have like different properties. So there you go.
Right.
Two, the ones that should only use guns, quote unquote, would be Deadshot and Harley.
Yeah.
Don't know why the fuck King Shark needs to use guns.
Right, and not to mention, there's not even like a variation of who can use the guns, right? Like I think everyone can use the same class of gun. Yeah, so Harley can wield the big Gatling or minigun. It's like what the what? So what's the point of King Shark then? Right, in that sense.
And then right off the bat, like the microtransaction, not the micro, the live service speed.
Live
stuff.
service, yeah.
To which again, like back to like how each character needs to have a gun. It's like you had Gotham Knights, where each one of the Bat family had their own unique style. Yes, they used gadgets, but it was like different. Like it was a different way of how they use their gadgets, and they also had their own weapons. Nightwing with his pole arm, and we can break off and use it as
like sticks,
rods.
Yes,
you had Damien, I believe, with his sword. Red Hood, guns, guns, and he punches you. That could have been King Shark without the guns, just melee your ass.
Yeah.
And Batgirl looked like she was the all around. Like she had her gadgets, but she was like
jack of all trades, like, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the other thing was, again, as I mentioned, the leaked Batman stuff. Like it was just like, wow.
Right.
You could have wrote this beloved character who is voiced by a beloved voice actor better instead of whatever this trash heap was. Which was also funny. Like someone played through it and said, "Okay, this is what happened to some of the members of the Justice League that the Suicide got beaten. John Stewart, Greenland. Also, this is spoilers, so I can slap that. John Stewart gets stripped down to his boxers. That's how you. That's what they did to him after they defeated him.
Wow.
Flash gets pissed on. Like you don't see it, but you see the the motion of it.
Right, the implications. Okay.
Yeah, implication. Bruce gets shot in the head
I saw
with
that.
no remorse.
I saw that one.
And I was like, the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Diana dies, gets defending them from Soups, and I don't know what happens to Soup, but I was like, wow, some of these members got shafted.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that really got me was when I was reading it on Friday was their each league member had like a bio that was written by Lex Luthor in game. So
Okay.
so it's like like Diana, Princess of Themyscira, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
She had the longest bio. Like I think it was like 7-8 paragraphs. And I think it was on the second paragraph. Again, this is Lex Luthor that wrote these bios saying like,
Right.
I don't know. So it was like something like describing how Diana is a powerful woman, like strong and stuff, and she promotes or something about toxic masculinity, and I'm like, it does not sound like Lex Luthor. He would never fucking say that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
so
then you had like
yeah. Huh.
you had like Flash and Green Lantern. They were like the shortest one, like maybe
man.
3 max.
Man.
3 max
Mm-hmm.
paragraphs, and I'm like, wow, you okay? Let's see how much paragraphs Soups have. I think it was like only 4 or 5.
Okay. Well, wow.
I was like, no, wrong. This is Lex Luthor.
Right.
Superman's bio should have been a freaking novel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it comes down to like you know who was like the favorite in the development team.
Right.
But yeah, but if you guys like playing Suicide Squad, go right ahead. But I still believe that this game should not have been tied to the Arkham games. It should have been its own like universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
But
been
I guess they wanted.
Yeah.
Guess they wanted like that extra like I'm just gonna say clickbait to say like, oh, we need the extra money. How are we gonna say, oh, it takes place during the Arkham universe? And
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
wanted to
why?
ride on the high of the Arkham series. They definitely wanted to ride on that train, or keep the train going. And then
To which again, it does not make sense, like timeline wise, because Arkham Knight was the the ending.
yes,
Bruce is no more,
right.
as always thought. But then you just add Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and say it's part of the Arkham universe. It's like, then where does this place take place? Because
Yeah.
someone else is Batman after Arkham Knight. It's not Bruce.
Oh,
Unless-
well,
yeah.
that's awkward.
yeah. So it's like,
But it's voiced by Kevin
But thank
Conroy, so it's like,
yeah, it's always good.
yeah.
But thank God, like through recent announcements, this was not Kevin Conroy's
Last, yeah.
last one, because he has his other roles starring in a DC, in one of the DC Justice League movies, Part 3. It's Infinite Crisis or something.
Okay.
So it's like whoo,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to
you can
mention,
breathe, kids.
yeah, not to mention, there's still like more voice stuff for multiverses. That remember the Smash clone or Smash like game from WB. So there's more voice lines coming for that. So it's not like the completely last one. We'll still hear Kevin Conroy in a way. So you can think of it that way. So that this is not entirely his last one, but it is one of his last ones for sure. Which is still kind of unfortunate, no matter how you look at it, because Suicide Squad is just not doing it. I saw someone playing it, and because it's always online, they got cut off. Their connection got cut or something like that. They got timed out or whatever, and they, I think they had to like start over or something. Very unfortunate, because you need to have an internet connection to play the game. Whatchamacall. Yeah, it just plays like a standard looter shooter that you have to grind for, for the best items or whatever, the best loot. There are different grades, like legendary stuff and all that in between.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the story throughout is just like not doing it. Like there's just like it's one of those like million jokes per minute type of stuff. They're just trying to be as forcefully funny as possible, from what I've heard. And then what was the other thing? I think overall, yeah, just the gameplay, like the boss fights were just terrible. From
the bullet sponges.
Yeah, all you do is shoot. Just literally all you do is shoot. So it's like, oh, so this is what it took to kill the Justice League. God damn, that's all you had to do, just shoot them. Okay, so maybe it's like, so you can think of it like, well, why didn't you just shoot them before if you wanted to kill the Justice League? But now you can all of a sudden just shoot the Justice League. And then like the gameplay loop is just like, basically, yeah, you just kill these same dudes over and over in each mission. Nothing like unique for at least several of the missions, anything like that. Very standard, very mid in regards of the gameplay of itself. There are interesting concepts of the story, but the execution definitely needed a lot more work, for sure. Is a big issue. Voice acting was good from the stuff I've heard. It's just the writing and everything is just is the big issue, right? On top of the very mundane gameplay and very strange, questionable choices, like you're saying, like King Shark shooting with guns. Everyone is shooting their fucking guns. Everyone is shooting with the same class of guns, or you can like just interchange. It's interchangeable, so it's like there's no uniqueness, right? There's nothing like standing out from each other. And then but you can play as Joker later on for DLC or whatever. Ooh, that type of stuff. It's like, oh, well, guess what? What is he gonna do? Shoot more guns, man. There's no like
and then
special moves or anything. There's nothing. There's no like ultimate move or anything like that. You just shoot.
You just shoot. The only special thing is the kill animations.
Okay, like the melee stuff, right? Yeah.
But there's a lot of also things that's kind of wrong, like lore continuity, but a lot of people are trying to defend it. Well, this is a multiverse game and stuff. It's like, even though it's a multiverse thing, there are still some ground rules, of some like established lore that has, will be there, and then you can branch off.
Right. I get it.
I mean, a good example is can't believe it's going to come out of my mouth, is the 1998 Godzilla. The concept is there that yes, Godzilla was created through nuclear testing and stuff.
Yes.
So, but this time around, it was an iguana that likes to eat a lot of fish.
A lot of fish. And easily dies. That's the thing. So
and likes to run away.
Doesn't no atomic breath.
Yep.
Just roared at cars and they just happened to explode. So it looked like it had fire breath. That's what I thought when I was a kid. Like, oh, it had fire breath, but no, it was Godzilla just roaring at the cars, and the car just flew, and then they just happened to explode. That's definitely what it was. Yeah, no, I get it. I think there's some. There should be some established things, right? Like, yeah, okay, you know, each person should have their own interpretation of this established character, right? But there is a point where there should be some things to keep, right? Because otherwise it's like a completely different character, right? And it doesn't feel like this character at that point, you know. It's like making Harley Quinn and make her just like a burger flipper, right? Like, you don't want to do that. You still want to make her to like this psychopath, like, kind of thing, deranged sort of killer sort of girl. You know, if you're gonna write Harley Quinn into this like mundane burger flipping worker who works 9 to 5 making minimum wage, that's not Harley Quinn at that point, right? That's a mundane worker. You know what I mean? That's like the extreme, obviously. That's the extreme that I'm coming up with, but that's something you definitely shouldn't do, you know. But people like to really butcher the character to fit their like political agenda kind of thing, and I don't want to get into that too much, but that's the stuff that happens, right? Especially with like something like Scooby-Doo, right? Remember that Scooby-Doo cartoon that came out for HBO Max or whatever? And it was, you know, written by the that one person that was from The Office, right? That Middle Eastern, I think, actress or something like that. But it was like, it was barely Scooby-Doo at that point. It was just like a political piece thing that happened to have some loose elements of Scooby-Doo, but it, like I said, it's barely that. So that's like one example of like, if you're gonna,
what is that thing called? It's it's only Scooby-Doo in name.
yes, thank you. You know, that's literally what it is. It's only in Scooby-Doo in name and some appearance. You know,
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe, you know, if Velma has darker skin, whatever, but like if they all act like completely different characters, that's where that it loses me. Of, this is not Scooby-Doo. This is just like a fucking political cartoon trying to be this like soapbox of trying too hard to be a soapbox for whatever political agenda they want to get out or whatever they want to express or whatever. And you're using the Scooby-Doo name to like popularize it or whatever, like to get that name out there, get yourselves out there,
to gain traction.
Exactly what it is, man. And that's the shit that tires me. You know, it's not so much like, oh, I hate this thing. No, it's just like taking this thing into what it's not. That's my overall 2 cents on it. You know, and of course there's the whole thing about like changing the race or the skin color of certain superheroes or whatever, when there's plenty of superheroes that have that skin color, you know what I mean? Like making Superman black or something, that whole like topic. And you know, it's like, why do that when there's plenty of other black superheroes or whatever, or dark skinned superheroes that you have in your fucking roster, but no, you want to just use Superman for some reason. You know, that's kind of been talked about for I would say a good while. You know, that's just kind of like the thing about the extremes of like rewriting these characters, you know. So a bit of a tangent there, I'm sorry, but you know, right. But point being, with Suicide Squad, not doing it. No, I think this is going to be one of the you know, this is going to be on like the disappointing games of 2024 or worst games of 2024 list for a number of gamers anyway.
It's pretty much gonna be like a lot of people hated Arkham Knight for just like small reasoning and stuff. And I think Arkham Knight is gonna have that nice relapse of people going like, maybe we were too harsh on this game.
Yeah, yeah, probably right. Yeah, that's like the weird effect they'll have on certain other games, right? Yeah. Suicide Squad, unfortunately. Okay, so we didn't even like specifically specify what this tweet was from the docket. So, what's one of the bugs, right? Yes, one of the bugs that was happening or is happening, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they fixed it or not. For Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, was that there's something about the servers had bugs, and these bugs allowed for people to complete the campaign automatically, like instantly, because it's always online. So I guess what happened was maybe like the servers had like already had like the save data or the completed game data or something, and just people's new game data was saved to that, and then that became their game data. So for now to them it's completed, even though they didn't really play the game. So it's like, wow, well, that's awkward. He's like, all right, I'm done. Okay, bye. But yeah, that also giant red flag also was that early copies were not given to reviewers. All the reviewers had to get this on day one. There were no early reviews or any copies given out to the like IGN and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's also a red flag there automatically.
I forgot to bring up the Tekken 8. Well, this wasn't Tekken 8 about IGN. Oh, not IGN. Game Informer.
Oh, Game Informer.
Sorry. Going back really fast to topic of Tekken 8. Game Informers put out their own like say on Tekken 8, and pretty much everyone had a mutual agreement that Game Informers was paid well by WB for putting that line, saying the line was like saying Tekken 8 is here, but it doesn't live up to the hype of Street Fighters or MK1.
Oh, I saw that, man.
And I was like,
oh my god. I saw that. I rolled my eyes to the back of my skull on that one.
Oh, you didn't do the meme like?
Oh, the headphone. Yeah, taking off the headphone. Yeah.
Like motherfucker.
I just rolled my eyes at that, dude. I remember seeing that. Yeah. Very very. I say a poor take on that for sure.
Yeah. It's like, again, like people are calling out, wow, so we can tell which studio or which company paid you guys well today.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yep. So Suicide Squad, man, is just
But again, like for you guys that is playing the game, just play the game.
Right.
I won't because obvious reasons.
No, obvious reasons, yes, for sure. If you like it, you like it. I'm not gonna play it. We're not gonna play it. We have our reasons.
You know, the only Suicide Squad I'm gonna play is the James Gunn movie.
No. Yeah.
So I can relive that lovely camp scene.
Yes, that scene with Peacemaker and Bloodsport. Yes.
Yeah.
Man, what a movie! What a movie! All right, let's get on to the state of play from PlayStation, of course. Hopefully, yeah, Wario's thread will provide. Yes, okay. So there was another thing for Stellar Blade. I kind of forgot about this game, but it's like that action game kind of looks like Bayonetta-ish in terms of like how you like fight people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden now people are calling it a near clone because you have a little
Oh, like a thing, like a little.
that little right there, that little thing perched.
Mm-hmm.
The little black thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your companion. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, so it's more like near, yeah. So that action game that kind of plays like near-ish or Bayonetta-ish or so. Apparently coming relatively soon, April 26th of this year.
And now the next game that was shown. I mean, it looks pretty.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna make some people's PS5 fucking overheat.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
And I mean, something else is gonna overheat for sure, judging from this character's design. But anyway, so
hey, he's calling you out, guys.
yeah.
Seth, dude, guys.
Surprisingly,
but this one,
yes, this is for me because Sonic Shadow Generations did get announced, yes, out of nowhere. I did not think this would happen. So judging from this,
what is it? Is it a full-on remake or I
think it's a sequel to Generations. So, but it is going to cover more on like the Shadow stuff, because obviously Sonic and Shadow. So, oh man, that's kind of disappointing though. There's no like classic mini version of Shadow. That would be so cute. I think that would be a pretty cool thing. But funny, that's the pose Shadow kind of does. Yeah.
A lot of people when this trailer came out, they actually like tagged like Daryl so hard.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a Bio Lizard. Oh man, the boss.
Yeah, some people are saying like, I hope the writing and the voice acting, because I guess this is from a scene from a previous Sonic game.
Yes.
It's like they're like, I hope it stays the same. Like the whole
the Adventure, Adventure 2. Yes. Sonic Adventure 2. Yes, was pretty. It was something for voice acting for sure. So this is coming fall of this year. So it's funny. It's called ShadowGenerations.com. It's not SonicShadowGenerations.com. So kind of interesting. But there is a trailer for it. So let me at least fire that up because I actually have not seen the trailer for it. So let's
running around in speed up.
Oh yeah, no. I hope the music will be fire because I like Sonic music, so I hope all the remixes and all that stuff will be on point.
You just want to hear "Live and Learn" again, don't you?
Of course.
Which again, I am fucking pissed that none of the Sonic movies had it.
Oh, that was a big criticism I had for the movies. I like this rendition of Escape from the City. Meow.
No.
Yep.
I mean, they missed the opportunity of Shadow just fucking walking Sonic.
That's funny though because this part is supposed to be a reference to the opening for Sonic Adventure 2.
Because that's where the logo's supposed to pop up.
Yeah. Yes.
But no, we have to have that other Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, you messed it up.
Yeah. Man, I really wish they had the mini Shadow. That's a missed opportunity. Oh, there's Black Doom. Black Doom is back.
What? Shimagaroth?
Yeah, right. Shimagaroth, yeah.
Yeah, see, look, we're in the mirror dimension from Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. This is from Shadow the Hedgehog, that very infamous game.
So you're telling me he's gonna have guns?
All right, so yeah, that essentially.
It's just like how both of them have their backs to each other, and Sonic is smiling, and Shadow, it looks like he's just gonna clock you if you say something dumb.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It's funny though is that what's funny is that they're gonna very much cover like all the shadow or a bunch of the shadow stuff for sure. See, I don't see. It's interesting. I think this might be more emphasis on shadow, and I think this is what they're trying to do is cover all the shadow portions of what we've seen, like in Sonic Battle 2, all the shadow levels, and then for Shadow the Hedgehog game, they're definitely gonna cover that for sure, because Black Doom is in there. So yeah, I think this is more of Shadow Generations, but they have to throw in that Sonic name to like not make it confusing. So personally, for me, I would call it Shadow Generations, but I don't know, maybe because these two Sonics are in there, maybe we'll see some Sonic levels. But this is more, yes, like half and half, at least Shadow, right? From judging from what I'm looking at. But let's take a look at the description. It says Shadow is back with classic and modern Sonic and Sonic Shadow Generations, an all-new collection featuring 2 unique experiences. Play as Shadow the Hedgehog in a brand new story campaign featuring never before seen powers and abilities that prove why he's known as the ultimate life form. Generations also includes a complete remaster of classic hit Sonic Generations, featuring newly remastered versions of iconic 2D and 3D stages with upgraded visuals and bonus content. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like a weird remake of Sonic Generations, but Shadow thrown in there too. Okay, I can kind of see where this is going. So does that mean we get to experience Sonic Generations, the first title, and then we go into Shadow? Interesting. So I guess this is technically like a hybrid remake slash sequel. Maybe I'm a little confused on that part, because I kind of missed out on Sonic Generations. So if this is going to be just Sonic Generations plus Shadow stuff, then I can definitely pick this up and be like, yeah, I've be able to catch up on Sonic Generations and stuff like that, and then have bonus content along with that. So that's pretty cool if that's really the case. So yeah, basically I think this is probably like a updated version of Sonic Generations of what it sounds like. Not so much as actual direct sequel to Sonic Generations. That was what I assumed just from judging from the screenshots anyway. But now that I read the description, it definitely sounds like a repackaged version, or we could say a PS5 port for Sonic Generations, and then plus Shadow. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm definitely gonna pick this up because you know, I'm all for Sonic games. You know, people have their grievances, but I have fun with them. I see it for what it is. It's fun. It's cheesy. It's great. It's fun. You know, I've had Sonic, you know, since I was in middle school. I'm more of a 3D Sonic personally than 2D Sonic, but that could be people be like, "Oh my God, why are you picking 3D Sonic over 2D Sonic?" Whatever. That's what I grew up with, and then and one of my close friends is very much a 2D Sonic kind of guy, and also, you know, just all Sonic. He showed me the 2D stuff back then as well, and that was literally how I was introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog in the first place. So I owe it to him. And then he showed me like Sonic Adventure 2, and I thought that was really cool. So I bought the one on GameCube, which was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That's the GameCube version, and I had a lot of fun with it. And that was, you know, the rest is history. So yeah. This one, next one up is Zenless Zone Zero. Is still in development. We still don't have any release date for it, unfortunately. But judging from what?
I think at this point, Zenless Zone is a what you call? It's a myth at this point.
It's kind of like Metroid Prime 4, if you kind of think about it, because that's still in development as well. Let me see about the new trailer, because those trailers are really pretty to look at. If I'm going to be 100%, and it's only a minute, so. Yeah, there's something about these trailers that just look really good of how they animate. Mm-hmm. Yep. More waifus to collect. Pretty much.
And only like three husbandos, depending on your
ish,
preference.
yeah. And even like further little what do you call the furries? You have the bear and then the wolf. That's it.
Yeah. It's like only two furries. Not Deadpool. I forget his name already.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The anime Deadpool, let's just call him. And then because he has like spiky hair and shit. And then a couple of dudes and then rest waifus. But if you notice, there's a pretty kind of a prominent chunk of dislikes, right? And I think partially comes from the fact that, Hoyoverse is kind of treating Genshin Impact kind of like a stepchild. And also what they did with one of the characters here, which is I'll show you around here. Yeah, this character, I believe her name is Nicole, if I'm correct. And you may not notice, but her chest got modified, and even her animations were modified to fit some censorships that I guess they had to do for I guess China or something like that, for a game, even though this game is supposed to be either T or M, even like it's supposed to be a mature game, and yet they still had to censor it. So the actual results is still like okay, but the implications is what definitely is getting people, including our friend Faka. The fact that they did that, right, is kind of an issue that I can see and understand, especially for if the game is going to be more on the mature side anyways. It's like, well, this is supposed to be for this type of audience, so why would you censor that stuff? Whereas Genshin, of course, yeah, you want that game to be accessible for a lot of people, a lot of audiences, including younger audiences. So I can kind of understand that a number of the female characters are pretty tame in terms of design, but still like they still come out pretty like waifu material, you know what I mean? Which is kind of strange to me, but yeah, the implications here is what's getting to people, and I understand that. Um, what are your thoughts when it comes to these sort of situations? Anyway, if you have any,
These
these censoring,
censorships,
the censorships, yeah.
It's like I get it because you're trying to not step on any toes on other countries and people's livelihoods at those countries, but
Sure, yeah,
it comes to also the point because this is also going to be on PC, right? This
yes.
game. People are just going to find a way to get the quote unquote
The old
uncensored
animation.
version.
I think
Yeah.
that could be.
Or put some mods.
I think though, unfortunately, the mods are limited, if not allowed at this point, because Genshin was modded, I think, but then something happened. I think there are still some mods going, but it's very limited in comparison to before, I think, anyway. But I could be wrong, but early on yes, but I don't know what's been happening with mods. I remember seeing a crazy number of mods back in the day, but at this point they kind of like died off, so I am assuming that Hoyoverse did something about that, so I don't think they'll allow the mods to happen. So yeah, so Nicole's animations even changed too. It's not just the look itself, but how what she does was changed as well. So it's like further implications that would annoy people. And then again, I personally get it. It's like, why do this when the game is supposed to be marketed towards an older audience? And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie about it. People like titties. Like people like fan service.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it's that old marketing ploy. Sex sells.
sex sells, exactly, right? And if you're gonna sell to that type of audience, why do this, right? So
Yeah. Why you deny what is
yeah.
quote unquote rightfully theirs?
Yeah. It's like it's almost like if you were to run a strip club, but you make all the dancers wear just big fucking t-shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what? Why? What? It just makes you question. Oh, huh? You know what I mean? And some people may not have a problem with that. Okay, fine, but it's a strip club, right? Like, if you're gonna have that sort of establishment, I don't know, man. Like, you might as well run. Let those parts fly. I mean, I don't know how to put it, but you know what I mean. Your place is not gonna run for too long. Let's just put it that way. But other issues for Zenless Zone though, from what I've heard, from people who play the beta, right, the closed beta, there is nothing to do. What is the game supposed to be? That's the problem that this game has. From what it sounds like, it makes it sound like you're just gonna go around killing stuff, but that's it. There's no like that sense of like world building, no like reason. It just sounds like it's purely gonna be a combat game and that's it. A challenge game, if you will, or roguelike, if you will. So if this keeps up, this game is not gonna run for too long, or as long as like Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact, and then of course Star Rail, because all those have like some sort of extravagant storyline in comparison to this, anyway, from what it sounds like, anyway. You know, there's no like sense of direction for Zenless Zone Zero. As pretty as the game looks, stylish and all that stuff. It's like, why am I here? Why should I do this sort of thing? There's nothing. There's no sense of reason.
Like, why should I care?
Right, exactly. Why should I care? Why should I even pull for these waifus or whatever? At that point, who cares about the titties? You know, it's like, if this game is not fun or there's no reason or whatever to do all this stuff, then I'm just gonna go back to Genshin, or I'm just gonna go back to Star Rail or whatever. You know, personally.
Yep.
I'll give this game a shot, but if you know, if I'm not so like tied up with the story or anything like that, I'm gonna probably drop it. You know, I'm definitely gonna put money into this for sure, because I already have 2 other games I put money into at times. So that's just me anyway. I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna play too many gotchas, man. He, as I say that, he grabs his phone. He grabs his fucking phone for F go.
Like, hey, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm not on trial here.
But anyway, yeah.
Speaking of FGO, yeah, I got the Band-A unit that's out right now, so I'm happy.
Nice. Who is out right now?
Her.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, she's out.
Wow. I like that character, but too bad I don't have that much game currency to pull, because I don't really play this game. But yeah,
I have been logged in for 2,050 days. I get 30 gems. Wow.
it's funny.
Time to pull.
Yep.
It's like time to pull.
I mean, yeah. This is, you know, if anyone hasn't caught on already, this is a fucking other gacha game from Hoyoverse. So,
yeah.
You're gonna have to pull for these characters.
Is it gonna be good? We don't know.
Yeah.
We literally don't know about this game.
Yeah, I think the combat also of itself is very basic from what I'm hearing too. So there's no sense of like also like uniqueness that stands out either, other than, well, it looks pretty, right? Yes, you play 3v3 stuff, or not 3v3. Sorry, you play with 3 characters at a time in a team, as you kind of see in the trailer here. So hopefully they don't really do any more of these like annoying changes like the censorship stuff, just for the sake of it. But we'll definitely see. I mean, yeah, we'll see how Zenless Zone fares against other Hoyoverse games. Because I don't know how, or I don't know if I'm 100% confident that the game will thrive, right, as well. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Will this be another game for Hoyoverse to keep up with? I don't know.
Probably
Especially
not.
Yeah. At
this point in time, because again, we have 0 actual grounds to give a good critique.
Of course. Plus, there's other gacha games that are popping up too that aren't Hoyoverse stuff that look promising. That's the thing. Withering Waves has been well, I'd say it, making waves in terms of hyping up people, and be that combat game that people are looking for, unlike Zenless Zone Zero. So that's like probably the game to directly compete with this game. So we'll see. Hopefully there is that other game, you know, that's not Hoyoverse, that'll like be competitive. So that'll like wake up Hoyoverse and be like, oh yeah, we should probably up the ante with all our gotcha stuff. Yeah. So I hope, but yeah, again, let's time can only tell for Zenless. Okay. So those foam stars, that's kind of like the not Splatoon for PlayStation. Dave the Diver stuff plus Godzilla. Yeah, see, another thing with Godzilla, right? I mean, it's thriving, I guess. And I guess
Which again, did you see the trailer for this?
no. I should probably fire that up, huh?
Just up to when Godzilla shows up. It brought a like I wasn't paying attention because I was at work,
Mm-hmm.
but then once I heard, a the signal, I was like, I quickly like cocked my head to my phone. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I actually have no idea what this game is all about. Besides,
it's like exploring and
like a 2D exploration
collecting
game. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, hello.
Interesting. Okay.
So this is where I go late. All right, the developers of Dave the Divers. How much money did you spend just now?
Interesting. And it's Godzilla's the one that's 3D. That's funny. 3D graphic thing. Dave the Diver is coming to PS5. He's bringing his friend Godzilla along in an official collaboration. May 2024. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, just hearing the theme.
Yes, yeah.
Brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Godzilla.
Rise up for our national anthem of kaiju's.
Yep, put your hand over your heart. All that stuff. Yeah.
No, everyone's just gonna be like in the Godzilla like pose, just to the roar. It's like did a roar.
Yeah. So let's get on to the next thing. V Rising.
I think
that's
idea what V Rising is.
I think it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be some sort of vampire game, but I'm not too sure exactly what it is. Silent Hill, of course. And then some sort of message from who appears to be one of the staff or whatever. Okay, so it's like some sort of free download that you can get. Like a little teaser for Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 remake. Okay. Judas, which is made by this dude Ken Leving, who has worked on the BioShock stuff. So this guy is kind of like the name associated with the BioShock games. So you kind of see a little bit of the BioShock notes a little bit. Yeah, especially here, of course. So actually, I do want to check it out. Let's see the trailer for that.
It's trippy. That's how I'm gonna describe it for you.
Okay.
It's trippy as fuck.
Reveal trailer. That already sounds pretty enticing, so I would like to try it out.
Ship.
So I like those kind of first-person shooters.
And my only way out of here is with one of them.
Huh. Yeah, it looks neat.
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
Wish list now. That's funny. Oh man.
It's kind of I don't know if it's funny. It's funny to me because when this trailer was playing, I was just singing Judas from Lady Gaga.
Does not say when, but it says a disintegrating starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn? Oh, okay. So it's one of those games maybe that have the choices. But yeah, you definitely see the notes of BioShock for sure. So I guess that was the last game that they revealed during the state of play. It looks like. All right. Seems like a pretty respectable state of play overall, I would say. Especially with the Sonic stuff. I like this one, you know. And we'll see how this plays out with Stellar Blade. Again, April. I'm not sure if I'll get it myself. I'll just watch people play it. For sure. No, okay. So VR, some VR titles and such. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's it for the state of play on that part. All right, so this is a little heavy to take, but we unfortunately have lost another great one in the industry that is like movies and entertainment, so to say, with Carl Weathers. He was 76 years old. He passed away, I believe, just peacefully. There's no specific reasons or the hows or anything like that. They just said that he went to sleep peacefully, from what I've gathered anyway. So kind of like on the same or the similar situation with Lance Reddick. Nothing particularly, wrong with him or anything like that. He passed away. And sadly, the same has happened now with Carl Weathers. He was one of the characters for Mandalorian for one of the more recent works. Apollo Creed, of course, and then from Rocky, and then I forget his name, but that one the guy from Happy Gilmore. Yes, the guy who lost his hand to the gator. I remember that. And then
It was Chubbs.
Mm-hmm.
Or Happy Gilmore, Chubbs.
And then of course one of the soldiers from Predator. Right? Another very pretty memorable role there. Of course, this GIF is where it comes from.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Al Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Thank you. Yeah. So
Which again, this GIF or this scene has been referenced and recreated in multiple media, including like what recently Mortal Kombat X. What was the like,
something to that
when
point,
they had
yes.
when they had the skins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a good match rate for the in the Mandalorian.
Do you remember the character's name for Mandalorian? This man right here, this character. Star Wars stuff is hard for me to remember.
Wasn't the much. The Magistrate Morgan. No, not Morgan. Fuck. Rowan. It's gonna bother me, but blah blah blah. Nope. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I do not remember. Please kill me now.
Yeah, it's hard. No, it's definitely hard for sure. But yes, he became the magistrate at some point in the Mandalorian story. Let me see if it pops up in the wiki.
Brief car something.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it up. Let's see. Credits. Cast. Oh, there you go. All right. Okay. Grief Karga. That's what it was. Okay. So, no, I like this character. Carl Weathers definitely played this character well. I feel. Great supporting actor for sure. I believe he was a bodybuilder before. That's how he met up with Arnold, and got the role in the Predator. So yeah, it sucks, man. Once again, you hate to see it, as I say a lot in this show, you definitely hate to see it, that just stuff just happens just like that, man. And people just disappear just like that, and they just are no longer with us. I mean, I've kind of experienced that myself with people around me. So definitely, the loss of Carl Weathers is definitely another great loss for our childhood. I mean, I saw Predator, and as a kid, and recognized this actor Dylan and all that stuff. Now, how that character went out, for sure, in that movie, and of course the Happy Gilmore stuff, and yeah.
And he was also in regular show.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I actually did not.
He was like a basketball god or something.
Oh, okay.
I hardly watch regular show. Like if it was on, I made it as a what's it called, background noise.
Yeah, like you just put it on the background. Yeah, got it. Yeah. It just sucks, man. It's it does make me wonder, who's going to replace him in Grief Karga, if this character even appears at all for the later Mandalorian stuff. Yeah. May he rest in peace, and you know, deep condolences to his family and friends, man. That's all I can definitely say. And of course, thank you for your contribution to in your hard work to bring joy to our childhoods. That's all I can definitely say as well.
He's probably right now partying with Betty White.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, wanted to see also what else he has appeared in. Action Jackson.
Yep.
I kind of forgot about that movie. Jeez, it's been a long
He
time.
was in, he was in Little Nicky.
Little Nicky. He's been in a number of Adam Sandler movies, huh? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Eight Crazy Nights. Oh, that's right. Toy Story 4. It's Combat Carl. That's funny. Man. Yeah, Happy Gilmore, like I said. Oh, it's funny. It's like the same character. That's really funny. Okay, they didn't like put the two together or realize. Yeah. Any TV stuff? A little bit of a Starsky and Hutch. And then Arrested Development as himself. That's funny. And then, yeah, like you said, regular show. Law and Order, Magnum PI, and of course, yeah, Mandalorian. Well, so he was a football player at some point. It looked, yeah, football player. Okay, I see. I thought he was a bodybuilder. My bad. He played football, I guess, and then I guess he became friends with Arnold at some point. I think he happened to body build though, because he was a football player and he played a boxer, so obviously he's gonna have a well conditioned body, right? So so either way though, thank you for your hard work, man. Rest easy, King. Alrighty. I'm gonna get to the Persona 3 stuff before we get to the Genshin stuff. So what's going on with Genshin? Or no, sorry, Persona 3?
It just released those, like, for everyone that was waiting for Persona 3 Reloaded. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Now you can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna play it? Probably later. Maybe not. I don't know.
At some point, I would like to play it just because, yeah, it's Persona. But yeah, right now I'd rather put my time into something else because those games are long, man. Persona stuff is long, and I learned that with Persona 5 for sure. As that being my first Persona game to play. So yeah, I mean, it looks great. I mean, damn, man, it is a glow up for sure. In comparison to the original Persona 3. Especially with the combat, man. Holy crap. That, from what I've heard, that is not pretty. All your like allies are CPU controlled, so you play to hope that they work with you at times, including the healing.
Okay. Sorry, my dog is pulling you up your stomach.
All good.
You get out. Let's see.
All right. Up next, this is pretty rough, kind of. But it's video game related, so but
We get
it's the Genshin drama that's been happening as of late. It's been going on for a while now, and this I feel like started with when Star Rail got literally a free 5-star character named Dr. Ratio. And not to mention he's actually pretty good for being free. And a lot of people in Genshin got mad and kept saying like some copium stuff, including like, oh, the game needs all these updates that Genshin doesn't get because of Star Rail is struggling with its player base and stuff like that. It's just some like nonsense. I think I mentioned this to you in one of these episodes, something about the player base struggling. Or no, I think that was before we started recording.
right.
And but the weird part for that argument was that they never talked about the money. They never talked about the revenue. So it's like, yeah, Star Rail doesn't have as many players in comparison to Genshin, but it still makes money, right? And I think that's what matters at the end of the day for a gacha game, is to make money. So at the end of the day, how is it struggling, you know? So that's like some of the copium mechanisms that I've observed with these players. And then not to mention, right, like one of them, and this is from my video, right, that when I talked about it, one of them even dared to make the argument that Genshin gives out free 4-star characters. So, and then someone else was like, it's like, holy crap, this is some copium if I ever saw one, you know? So that of itself was one thing. And then it led to the live stream talking about the upcoming anniversary. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the anniversary. It's this festival, right, that comes annually, and it basically celebrates Chinese New Year's, right? It's called a Lantern Rite. Comes every year, and every year we get these like these rewards is like, all right. It's almost like a second anniversary event, but even so, they give us like barely like, you know, a 10 pulls, right? Free 10 pulls, and like skins for us to buy. One skin for free if you play the game, and then some other little stuff here and there, right? But if you compare it to a different gacha games, that's like nothing, you know, especially when it costs them nothing to give us like this free stuff. And then somewhere in the stream, someone was like, as a thank you for these 3 years, we're gonna give you 3 wishes. The 3 free wishes will be in your in-game mailbox or whatever, right? Those words, and I'm not gonna say those were the exact words, but the fact that they just blatantly said, "Oh, we'll give you 3 wishes," right? Thank you for your support. We'll give you these 3 free wishes, came off as very tone deaf and like just kind of just like almost like a backhanded like comment, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like they wanted to sweep this thing under the rug super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say something that will make them happy. This.
Right, something like that. And then that ignited the Chinese players actually to massive unfollow a lot of the Chinese social media stuff, including Bilibili. So they were losing actually like millions of followers, a lot of people at once. I don't know exactly what Hoyoverse did in retaliation or whatever you call it, but from what I've heard, they were like even trying to supposedly were adding bots to try to like keep up with the loss or whatever, so the numbers wouldn't look as bad. but that's hearsay, so I don't know if that's true. But either way, it was fucking crazy from what I've was able to witness. And then people in the content creation side of things were talking, and of course, are you familiar with Tectone?
No,
No.
sorry, I am not.
Okay.
Just go like a fast speed. Like, what is it?
So Tectone is this very, very prominent content creator involved with gacha games, right? But for whatever reason, in any community he's involved with, he's always part of some sort of drama, right? I'm not gonna get into that too much, but basically this recent one involved with him, saying stuff about the whole like event, the situation with the Chinese players on following and stuff like that. And he was talking about like how like why content pretty much like the content creators like essentially not speaking out enough, I think. And it basically says like something along the lines of like hey, if you enjoy the game, that's fine, but there are people out there who fake that shit, and and essentially called those people like shills and stuff like that. But people took that as like, oh, so you're calling all the content creators shills and fake and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the he said she said stuff. Also, like I like to compare with the pancake waffle analogy, whereas if you say I love pancakes, people will say, wait, you hate waffles then? That kind of stuff.
I hate that.
Yeah. So
it's
that's
like, I did not even say that.
Right. So that's basically what it was happening. And of course, so because of Tectone getting blown up from that stuff, all the other content creators were just like dogpiling on him, including all the big ones, including this guy named Asian Guy Stream, aka Atsu. He's like half Chinese, half Japanese content creator who lives in UK, which so that's a bit of a mix, right? And those two had a history together, unfortunately, which because they had a falling out. They were kind of like cool with each other, but then at some point, another drama happened, and then they fell out, and Atsu started bringing up stuff on Tectone once again. Tectone fires back, and there's just back and forth, and then on top of all the other content creators trying to like get in on it, by saying like, oh, Tectone is this or Atsu is this, right? Yeah. And then there's this other guy named Envy, another big content creator for Genshin. He tends to use the green slime as his VTuber avatar. He tried to get in on it too against Tectone, but kind of like exploited himself essentially as this like I guess extremist when it comes to free-to-play players and stuff like that. Like he's like essentially calling himself like like I'm like the best free-to-play player or whatever, or something like that, right? Like, or because I'm free to play, I have the right to do this and this and that. It's that like that. It's the whale versus free to play mentality stuff. If you like kind of dealt with that stuff, something like that, right? Not exact quotes, but essentially kind of like that premise. So it was like all over the place, and then there were more people coming out with like, oh, my experience with this content creator or whatever, or and then oh, that was also my experiences with this same content creator that I want to dogpile on as well. But the thing is that it's a lot of like he said, she said, a lot of interpretation, a lot of implications, but not so much evidence for the most part. So it's essentially just a lot of like rumors, junior high sort of levels of drama. So at the end of the day, in my eyes, everyone is kind of like a shithead, You know, everyone's at fault at some point, or to some extent. Everyone's an asshole in my eyes. The ones that got involved for the most part. You know, I would say most people anyway. Yeah, but I forgot to mention, right? That whole tech tone and that stuff actually kind of got started because of this other guy named Ziox, and Ziox is also another Genshin content creator as well, very prominent as well. And he put out that one tweet, kind of like it's more like a shit post to me, but he's essentially comparing Tectone to another person named Doro, and Doro tends to be very optimistic, while Tectone is pretty pessimistic towards Genshin. And then that led to the whole like Tectone, you know, saying his piece about the whole Genshin situation, like, oh, you know, this game is not that great. The game needs to be improved upon or whatever, blah blah blah. I agree with the Chinese players, you know, you got my back, or I got your back, or whatever, blah blah blah, all that stuff, right? And then he said the whole like, you know, hey, if you join the game, great, but you know, if you're a content creator that just pretends to enjoy it, you know, you're kind of a shill and fake and whatever, blah blah blah. But you know, and then that whole like misinterpretation, and thus we're here, right? Whole community's on fire, and then you know, people, you know, just taking their own word or narrative and run with it, right? And just so much of that happening. And recently Asmongold decided to, you know, sort of like see what was happening, and even had Atsu and Tectone in the same call, which that of itself was like, fuck, this is kind of awkward, right? This is pretty fucking awkward. But Asmongold was kind of just like, he was basically the judge, right? Kind of the judge, the internet judge. And I actually really liked his like approach on things, because he was just like, all right, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? You know, did this actually happen? And I love it that they're just kind of just like, you know. So it really exploits what the whole thing is really about, and it's just like a whole bunch of mostly hearsay, you know, he said, she said stuff, implications. It's not really like what it is. It's just what they think it is, but they run with it anyway, for the most part. And so, yeah, that's essentially the gist of that whole thing. And everyone else is just like, yeah, I think Hoyoverse just needs to improve Genshin, and then we can call it a day, right? You know, because, you know, and then people like to like kind of pretend to make these conspiracy theories that the end game for Genshin for PvP or whatever is content creators doing PvP with each other in real life or whatever, or across the internet, excuse me. And fucking all the higher ups in Hoyo are sitting there just like in their ivory tower, just enjoying the show, you know, all the content creators shitting on each other. Meanwhile, you know, Genshin just, you know, thriving and profiting and stuff like that, getting all the money at the end of the day. They're the ones who get the last laugh, right? Because this is all rooting from the fact that Hoyoverse doesn't do anything, or little. They do very little to improve the game. And even if they try to improve the game, it's not what we ask for, right? Because one of the recent updates for the game, we thought was going to be the artifact loadout saving and stuff like that, so you can have like multiple artifact loadouts for each character. Hey, that'd be fantastic, right? Because you kind of want like different builds for certain characters. But all they did was just make a glorified search engine for your artifacts. You know, it essentially is kind of like armor pieces in like Final Fantasy 14, for example. You know, your boots, your chest, arms, whatever, right? And you know, they have like different little stats in there and stuff like that. But obviously with Genshin it's more simplified, but same concept. And they have different effects, so that's why you want different builds for certain characters at times. Thus the whole request for having loadouts, right? But they're not doing anything like that, man. It's stuff like that, and then the stinginess of giving out free stuff is just, all this stuff is just like riling up the community, and it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. So personally, I've never seen anything like that for a gacha game, at least. I mean, I don't know if you can say the same from your observation. Like, have you seen anything like for any community? Like, how's like League of Legends when it comes to that? Like, has it ever gone this far in terms of like toxicity and stuff like that in drama?
Well, like between content creators, or like just between like people in the
I guess
community,
content creators,
like
but people
players?
also, yeah. Like, is there anything like this at all?
From when I used to, it was like here and there, but it was kind of like settled like quickly. But then you had the controversial ones, with the big esports players. Those would like linger a long time until like something happened to either distract the person, distract the community, or just like it just went quiet, like on its own. But that's like from like memory of like when I used to play League.
Right, I'm sure at this point it's kind of foggy to an extent. Yeah, but it's to say the least that there is some sort of similarity with like games like League of Legends, for example. I guess this is kind of like the new League of Legends in terms of like drama and toxicity and stuff like that. And League of Legends already had its sort of run at this point, because I mean, Genshin is really big. It's still got a lot of players, so it's bound to attract those kind of people with that mindset. You know what I mean? And then and then we were just talking about the Laura Bailey stuff. That whole thing with death threatening and all that stuff. That shit goes on. Like, it's unfortunately kind of a norm, right? With when it comes to certain voice actors and actresses. Most recent one I can tell you, with Star Rail, there is a character that is similar in appearance and stuff like that with Raiden Shogun, and Raiden Shogun is also another similar character to another character from Honkai Impact. So she's kind of like a reoccurring character almost, but in different form. And in this case, in Star Rail, she's called Archeron for right now. But who knows? She might reveal her new real name or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, because she doesn't have the same voice actress, I guess, for Raiden Shogun specifically, I guess the community thought was okay to go after the new voice actress and threw out nasty comments and likely death threats for that new actress, for Archeron. And I think this actress also played Bloodhound in Apex Legends. Same actress. So I don't know if you caught any of that, but yeah, that's what goes on, unfortunately. And then Genshin community, another example of how toxic they can be. There was an artist who drew a certain character in Genshin named Ayaka, and apparently in their eyes, she drew Ayaka too young or something, too young looking, and then they just went at it after this artist, man, and just did not take it well. That's the kind of stuff you deal with, man, when you're a part of Genshin, man. It's just like, man, And again, not to say that, Genshin is the only community, of course. It's across fandom, like we were kind of alluding, right? We just talked about it with just Last of Us Part 2 alone, right? So this is just the kind of shit that you just see, man, just in general, but especially Genshin, just because it's so big right now, you know, it's just, man. I'm just like, I don't want to say I'm impressed, but it's just like, man, the levels of what people will do to express their disagreements or grievances for whatever they disagree with is just mental, man. I just can't comprehend it. They just don't have ration. It is rationale is just non-existent. It seems like, or logic, man, non-existent. And again, you know, so all the good players, right? All the people who are just normal, which is, you know, a vast majority, but this is you know, this is of course a big or prominent but vocal minority. Tends to get lumped together, man. That's what annoys me also. So I think back to the whole drama thing. So Genshin drama, I think the problem here is not just the content creators as well, but the people. It's just the people in general, man. And then the game of itself, you know, the developers really need to just like get off their high horse and start improving it, like actually improving stuff, instead of just like giving us like the usual shit, like, oh yeah, you know, new chapters in the story or new banners, more of this crap that they like to push for the mini game of the TCG mini game, and then the Serena Teapot, which is basically kind of like your sanctuary where you can like build whatever, right? It's kind of like a almost like you know, like Animal Crossing, you know, type of stuff. You can like lay out houses and stuff like that, buildings, such. It's kind of like your play garden, you know, pretty much. All right, so that's enough for me when it comes to the Genshin stuff. So I throw it in there because, you know, yeah, it's Genshin. All right, let's get on with this. I'm trying to see if I can click it. I don't know why it's not letting me like click on it, but whatever.
I know. I was trying to click it too.
Yeah. So, oh, what? I wonder why that showed up. Let me see if it's still. Oh, you know what? I think I just forgot to erase it altogether. So I don't think we have anything to talk about for the games part. So let's just skip on over to the news featuring anime, movies, streaming, and more. And I actually have a sound to go with that. Yep.
That it? That it?
Yeah. You know, I thought it was appropriate for, you know, Godzilla -1 because, you know, it's a movie, right? I mean, and it's been such a great story behind that. And I thought I'd honor that by making that the sound effect to represent the anime, movie, streaming, and whatever news. So finally, good news. So Sonic the Hedgehog 3, or Sonic 3, the movie, came out with a little teaser once again, and it just involves with the title. So let me see, 3 trailer. There we go. This is the most recent one. It's just a little teaser, so. The logo more or less looks like the the one from the game, right? Sonic Adventure 2.
Yep.
So already nice reference there. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, right? Of course. Spoilers, right? Spoilers, not spoilers. Shadow's gonna be in it.
Oh my god!
Right? Yeah. So you see that in the logo, right? Big shocker, right?
That's not Shadow. That's Tails. He's just going through a phase.
We're going through it's emo Tails. It's he got the symbiote. And then
Tails is gonna be doing this.
Yep. He's
Like
doing
the hell you doing, Tails?
Yep. He's doing the dance and everything. Yeah. No, so obviously, yes, Shadow's gonna be in it. All right. And
I kind of wish they did something with the 3, because you know how the C in Sonic has Sonic's quills.
oh yeah, so, yeah, you see right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have done something with the 3
Oh yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, with the 3
to
okay.
connect it.
Yeah, I guess. But
I mean, not just me,
Right.
because again, we are both graphic designers.
yes, we took graphic designing classes and such.
Yeah. So
do you
kinda
wait? Do you
just
have a
wanna play
degree?
with-
Wait, what's your degree? If you have a college degree.
Well, my community college degree is in communication arts. My
Mhm.
bachelor's degree is technically in it's like a subgenre in video game making, but not really in video game making. It still
Hmm.
counts as graphic artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
mean, it's called something else, but when you just like push away the fluff, it's just like that.
okay. So yeah, you heard a little laugh. That's supposed to be Dr. Eggman. And
Speaking of him,
yes, speaking of him,
Yay.
he is back officially. Tweeted out by the director of the Sonic movies, which is Jeff Fowler. So he says, "Love this man. Welcome back. P.S. I need to buy new shirts." So you see like the pictures.
Yeah, I was like, you can tell like the before and after. he got buff,
Yeah, he got some. Yeah, he put some weight on, man, in the muscle department.
and
So,
then Jim Carrey is just like, I'm
Mhm.
a chameleon.
Yep. Yep. So he's back. Jim Carrey is back officially. And, it was a little shaky because Jim Carrey kind of announced his possible retirement. Like he said he was like done with movies unless the script was interesting.
Yep.
And I guess the script for Sonic 3 was interesting enough. So here we are. So yeah, pretty cool. And and then other places were like, oh yeah, he's back. Not only that, the movie is coming out for December 20th still for 2024. Definitely can't wait. I would like to catch the late night show in the theater whenever this movie comes out, so I'm definitely gonna do that. And hopefully it'll be a banger for sure with the music. They gotta do the music, man.
They have to pull something from the games.
Yeah, because they've already like fucked that up like two movies now, so they gotta.
I swear, if it's that theme song they use for Sonic 08, it's like, okay, no.
Oh wait, you mean 06?
Is it 08 or 06?
You said 08. 06. So anyway, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So 06, yeah. I mean, yeah. That is a whole other discussion, but anyway. So yes.
All I know for what's gonna happen, well, what they're planning to do with Sonic 3 is they're gonna bring her into the movie.
Oh, Amy, supposedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly. And I'm
Yes.
like, you know what happens to her, right? He's like, and then it's like that meme.
Oh,
People
you mean
don't know
Maria.
Yeah, Maria.
Okay, Amy is the pink hedgehog, yeah. But Maria is
No,
kind of like
the girl.
the girl, right? The human girl that Shadow is very closely associated with. Yes, she dies.
I know, but it's like that meme. It's like, wow, she's gonna be in this movie, and it's the meme. People who do not know,
She's kind of
people
like
who do know. It's like,
she's kind of like the Aerith, but without the magic powers. So, you
and
know,
then someone like said, "Oh, I can't wait for that hallway scene or whatever." Like, you are assholes.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Like, why would you cheer for that?
I wonder. Yeah, like, are they gonna really like graphically show that scene? Like, how far are they gonna go with that? Right, with Maria Robotnik.
Get away from the controls! I'm not going to tell you again.
Mm-hmm.
Wee.
Yep.
Wee.
Yep. That yeah, that whole scene was just like, damn, man. You know, for something that for something that's for the rest of the game is like really cheesy. That's like one of the scenes is like that's like some heavy shit. You know, the guy was
You know, it's just like a drive, like la 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 la. And that scene happens, you're slammed into a brick wall,
yeah.
and then it's like
Pretty
la 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 la.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
And then you're just going like, wait, we're not gonna like discuss like a few moments about this. No, we're
Mhm.
just trotting along. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is the big gist of that for Sonic 3, man. I'm actually really happy that they confirm he's coming back though, for sure. Cause yeah, I think he's a really fun take on Dr. Eggman / Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, obviously everyone's loving it. People are happy, you know. This gift is fucking funny.
Now here's the ultimate.
Hmm.
Would you want this movie franchise, which is pretty much what it is, to
Yeah.
continue, so it can show like the chaotix and fucking silver down the
Silver
line?
Blaze, yeah.
Do you want it to just stop here, just like end
It
here?
really depends on what they do with this movie, right? Because yeah, who knows who knows who else is going to appear in this movie, right? It's kind of hard to say, but I kind of still want to see like at least one more movie out of it, because like I still really want to see like Metal Sonic. That would be really cool, because like I feel like this is going to be the last one then with Jim Carrey though, because of what his sort of mindset has been nowadays. And I think at that point, how could they make the script more interesting in his eyes for him to continue?
Yep.
So I think if anything, this could be a good send off for this Dr. Eggman, so that Jim can be free to do whatever he wants, right? At that point. So with that, I would like to see more stuff. So this could be a good opportunity to either have Metal Sonic to come into play for 4, or have Black Doom for 4, because and then that would be like the Shadow stuff and all that.
So that means, well, when you say shadow stuff, now I'm just thinking maybe they'll bring in like Vector, SPO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also appeared in Sonic Heroes, so they could incorporate like the Sonic Heroes stuff for 4 with Metal Sonic, because he was the main villain for Sonic
who
Heroes.
I want to see to make a cameo or just be there in the background of this upcoming movie? Biggs.
Oh, Big the Cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
I would love to see him. just staring off to space, like.
I like to see that. Have them at the end at least, as some sort of cameo at the end credits or whatever. That'd be pretty funny. And
Or when Shadow and Sonic are like battling there, like running across the water, and Biggs is just like,
Mm-hmm. Right. And then that could be a good way to tease the Sonic Heroes story if they are going to take it that far, because Big does become a playable character for at least Sonic Heroes anyway. And then it's funny because he's teamed up with Amy and Cream the Rabbit, so that would be interesting to see how they came together though in the movie. But it would be pretty interesting. And also because Sonic Heroes happens after Sonic Adventure 2, so Shadow's gonna be like, who the fuck am I, for the entire movie. And then Shadow the Hedgehog is when he kind of like starts to remember who the fuck he is and such. Again, if they want to blow up this franchise even more with more movies. And then by the time Sonic 6 comes out, right, maybe that'll be the 06 storyline with Iblis Trigger and all that stuff, that one weird human princess. And yeah. Where yes, she does in fact kiss Sonic the Hedgehog.
I wonder what was the most like what the fuck moment in like video game, like head turning, moment. Because you have, that kiss in 06, and then you have I know they're not related, but they are related in video games ish. What was it? The Pokemon movie where Pikachu talked, and that threw like the internet in a spiral for like a good like month.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because I want to be with you. It's like, who the what? Who are you?
Uh-huh.
Your only lines is Pika 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 P. What the hell?
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, yeah, obviously, I mean, that kiss is supposed to be kind of like the Snow White thing or whatever, or Sleeping Beauty.
Reverse Snow White, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, yeah, to like bring back Sonic or whatever, because Sonic died at some point. Because Mephiles.
No, he didn't die. He just took a really long nap.
Really long. Yeah, exactly. He pretended to die so that he can get a kiss from a human girl.
Yeah, not Amy.
Not Amy, no, because he doesn't. Yeah, he wanted that human action, if you know what I'm saying.
Like, he probably was like this. Not Amy, not Amy, not Amy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
What if it was Tails that kissed him?
Oh my god. God damn it. I don't like that part of the fandom. Oh god.
I know. I mean
Sonic and Shadow, okay, I get it. It's kind of like Zoro and Sanji, but like, oh god. Sonic and Tails.
The pairing I don't understand is Sonic and Silver, and I'm like,
oh Jesus.
What?
Oh,
they're nothing alike.
Right. Well, I mean, that's why they're the opposite, so they're gonna put them together. I don't know. That one I'm not gonna go into.
What's the bee's name again?
Charmy.
Maybe you can tell me after the podcast of why Charmy is the like town punching bag.
Well,
in the series.
It's just like, I don't know. He doesn't really make any or enough appearances. That's really all there is to it. He's kind of just like forgotten in comparison to Espio and Vector. Yeah. And then, not to mention, Cream gets more attention, because people like cute little girls. You know how that goes. But anyway. So that's the big gist of it. Happy that Jim Carrey's back for this one, and hopefully they can do all those improvements and requests right for the movie, like the music, and hopefully possibly send Dr. Eggman off in the right note anyway, or respectfully. Since this seems like likely his last time being Dr. Eggman. As I feel anyway. If he wants to continue, great. But from what he's implying, right, he's been like really like picky with his movies and wants to like take a break for everything else, really. All right, so rest of them are like bonuses. I thought this was really funny, featuring Ben Starr, the guy who plays Clive from 16.
He's a treasure.
He is a treasure.
What? Cloud. Want some of this? Come get some. Ugh. Want some of this? That's right. Thought so.
Can we just have Nomura just have a skin
Yeah.
for Tifa to just have Ben Starr?
Oh god.
I will pay money for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bucket.
This was great. I thought this was really funny.
And also, he looks so happy.
Yeah,
Want some of this?
he's really like
Get some.
moving in that cosplay.
Want some of this? That's right. Thought so.
It's like, damn, he had the boots, he had like the gauntlet and everything, the gloves, skirt.
Thank God he was wearing pants.
Yeah, the what do you call
If that thing flipped up, I'll be like, whoa!
what do you call what do you call those? It's like shorts that like tennis players wear. It's like Spanx or something. I forget the term for
I
it.
don't know. I call it sports shorts.
Yes, it's just shorts. Yeah.
SS. SS.
Yeah, shorts. Yeah, he was moving, man. Into the kick. Oh man, that's funny.
You know, someone helped him make that cosplay.
No, yeah, probably
super
like
quick.
girlfriend / wife or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Can we get this team on Tekken? Yeah, from Roombi. The jump scare. Like no one ever thought Ben Starr would do that. Yeah. And then Alana appears for
I
free.
like PlayStation
Yeah.
UK.
Tifa!
Which again, remind you guys, PlayStation UK was the one that made that infamous line
Yeah, this
of
tweet.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, the Venom thing. The 19 inches of Venom.
19 inches of Venom is like, hi, what is you? You're taking me out on a date first, right?
Mhm. And then the voice actress for Tifa even like commented, coming for my job with his performance. And then you have the range. Oh man. Yeah, it's great. I liked it. The little High School Musical jump. Yeah, he did the little the
hop.
the
like,
hop.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
I like that. I'm a Tifa stan now.
Yep. There are other like really good comments too, but I guess it's got buried.
It's buried.
Yeah. Oh, like so either you bought this costume for this vid or you had it lying around, which is a king.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the replies are even kind of funny and within this one. I believe those are the casual clothes. Man. He had it lying around, but he bought some new stuff for it. Yeah. Loungewear. Imagine, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
Base.
but all in all fairness, not a bad cosplay at all, and that god damn his abs.
We've seen a lot of like like guys just
Yeah, like opposites, yeah, guys wearing cosplaying
I mean,
female.
for what was it back in our high school years? There was Man Faye.
Mm-hmm. I just noticed too. He's got abs. He's got some abs, man. I didn't even notice.
I can call Hardgay to
Yeah.
give him some like a dress up.
How to get this?
Oh, Hardgay glasses.
Yeah,
Hardgay wear.
And woo!
You know, I can see Ben start doing that like at
Oh, God.
conventions.
Yeah.
Someone just introduce him beforehand. It's like, this is Hardgay. I'm gonna cosplay that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That guy unfortunately kind of disappeared and is doing something else.
He disappeared and he's just doing modeling.
I think he's just doing modeling, yeah. And I think he appeared in a bodybuilding competition at one point.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah. So
And brief a little history about Hardgay, everyone. He was actually a wrestler.
yes, he was a pro
Before he
wrestler. Also went by the name Razor Ramon.
Yep.
Somehow.
And then he became Hardgay
Yeah.
for a good chunk of our middle school.
Yeah,
and
middle
high
school. Yes. Pretty much all the way up to like, I don't know, somewhere in the 10s, 2010s.
Yeah, and then he retired at Hardgay and just
Yeah.
became a model.
I think at one point he even commented though, like all the like hip thrusting he did, it actually like messed up his lower back. So so yeah, he had to put down the hat. Let's just say. Put up the hat.
And take off the
The
glasses.
shade, yeah, the shades, yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone wants to know what's a good Hardgay skit, watch the Father's Day one.
Oh god.
Still my favorite.
Yeah. The ramen one was pretty funny.
No, right away.
And then there's the one where he's like playing with the kids at the playground. I'm like, oh my god.
The playground, was that the one he was teaching them how to like make something, like cook?
I think
He's
so,
like,
but he
we're
was
gonna make like a sandwich or something.
he was very unhinged in those ones, and like, or at least in today's standards, unhinged, and like you're just like, man, that is definitely from 2000s, because
I know, it's like, those were the days, kids. Those were the days.
because today's standards he would not be liked by many people, let's just say, or at least a good handful. But yeah, anyway, Ben Starr, great Tifa. I respect it. High respect the cosplay. And goddamn, man, he's working out. Look at him. He's in great shape. Look at him. Man is in great shape for sure.
I'm trying to rethink what is that Japanese? It's a Japanese show. It had the like five guys, and they kept doing like
Oh,
Pretty much
the don't laugh challenge.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's Gaki no Sky. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to say, but it might be a Mandela effect that he was on one of those shows.
I want to say
That's
he
fine,
did,
yeah.
because he was like really popular. He was like everywhere.
Yeah.
He was absolutely everywhere. But anyway, let's gonna move on and finish this up.
So this is how bears and Tekken play, right?
Oh god. I actually never seen this. Is there like, oh, okay, just like sound. Okay. Or I mean it's just the mall background.
Yeah, the
But
mouse.
the hammer, yeah.
But I like the caption for it though.
Yeah.
Run up, bounce, smash.
Yeah.
whip.
I actually kind of want to wear those costumes where you can like have the air pump and like just like, like the same with like those like dinosaur costumes with the air pump and everything.
Yeah, the dinosaurs and the Among Us.
The little inflatable costumes.
Yeah.
They seem like pretty fun to be in,
I
And
gotta give it to the suit actor of the light brown there.
Yeah.
With the spin.
oh yeah, and like the hands like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the black bear, of course. Bop.
Oh. So this is Kuma versus Kuma, right?
Yep. Right up down smash whiffing is crazy. Uh,
No. Because I think this is only like it's in a mall. It's like a famous mall at
uh-huh.
this point
Oh,
that has
this
these
is
two bears.
this looks like it's in China though, because like there's like a
Yeah.
lot of kanji, and like I can see like in the window reflection. So this is definitely like a
Yeah.
Chinese thing.
Because these bears have been doing stuff like this.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think they're like the mascot for that mall.
Okay, okay. Or they're just like they just happen to be in this mall all the time or something. I'm kind of really curious of where they got those bear costumes from. They seem like pretty durable. Because obviously, if you want an inflatable costume, you don't want it to like rip really easily. Bop. There's something about it. You just watch it for like an hour straight. Something about it. I don't know.
I told my like if I ever see stuff like this, like here in America, I'll be like, you know what? That's a reason why you'll go to the malls, like just to watch this.
I'm almost
like
yeah.
it's like a little show, and you're like,
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, party animals. Yeah, basically. Basically, party animals.
yeah, because I think it's the same mall that happens with these guys, but just like different costumes.
Let me see.
Let me. There you go.
Which one? Or would you put? Or would you put it? Oh, did you put it in the dock?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
the doc.
I see. I got it.
Might be one.
Oh, I mean, this might be like a different part of the mall. I think I've seen this before. Yeah. Oh god.
And just booking it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. This is definitely also in China.
I just like the guy who just,
Yeah. The box.
but shit, like look how good the suits are. Like you can actually like run.
Yeah, run and fucking fight in them, and they still like work. Oh,
Good
man.
cardio too.
Yeah, good cardio. Yeah, especially in this fucking suit. I'm sure he's like sweating though after.
I know, that's why I believe these are like shows.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Like on the hour or like every 2 hours.
They gotta be right. Man,
Just again seeing them book it.
I'm almost like really tempted to get one of these costumes, like these bear costumes, and just wear it at Evo at some point, and then like and just go around and then go to like Max's panel, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this bear? Like, what's going on here?" And then
And then you just pop out.
I just exactly, I just like open up the costume to be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" You know, that'd be a good way to like see them again.
Oh yeah, and I gave you another one.
Oh yeah,
Same bears.
same bears.
Same
Nice.
adopted.
All right. One more bear video.
Which yeah.
Oh,
Which I think it's like a progressing storyline.
is it? Wait,
Between
did you
these
put it in the doc?
Yeah.
Oh, is it that one?
I
Okay.
changed it.
Oh, you changed it. Okay, got it. I got it. Oh god. Oh god.
No, that's the true Tekken, right?
Okay. Music is whatever, but yeah, the fucking yeah. Oh yeah. He even has a sweep. He even has the bear sweep. There you go.
But he whiffed it.
Yeah. That's one thing I have not seen for sure is Kuma. No Kuma so far in my online
Pumas are
matches.
pandas.
Yeah, no Panda, no Kuma in my online matches.
Well, we're gonna see a lot of Kumas soon.
Oh, yeah. Well, if he ever makes it back into Tekken, that's funny.
I mean, he is part of the lore.
He
between
is technically part of the lore for sure. Yeah, that is true. That's so funny that actually is pretty canon, pretty much. I wonder how much these costumes are.
I wonder how much weight these guys are losing.
I know,
because
right?
they're reminding me of fucking the old Showa Heisei Godzilla costume operators.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of the first one that did the Showa era said that he lost like after like one movie take, he lost like 10 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
probably
of
like
being
water weight. Yeah.
Yeah, in the suit.
That's crazy, dude.
Like it was like it kind of scared him because he was like, "Holy crap! I didn't like."
Yeah. That's actually a lot of water weight then, because you're sweating and shit. I'm sure. I just
like the
like
old
the
man
sweat.
sitting down.
Yeah.
Sitting down, like
He's kind of like whatever. This is just typical shit. I love the I love the sweep. It's very very Kuma for sure. Like the hell sweep.
I cannot reach you.
Yeah. That's it. It's true though, because Kuma has like short ass legs in Tekken. So when you get caught by the sweep, that's like, man, you're just too close.
I don't just want to go like, "Hey, Harada, was this your inspiration making Kuma?"
Yeah.
I'm not asking you for shit. I'm just asking you a yes or no. I don't care what you put in this game. I just want to know, was this the inspiration?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up with actually trying to see if we can find the inflatable bear costume. Because I'm actually really curious. Bear costume.
$1,000.
Oh, there's this.
Oh, right there.
Is it?
The second.
It's on AliExpress. It's $160. I thought it'd be more. Oh, it's the same one.
Do it. Buy it. Wear it for Halloween.
It's got the same color.
Try one.
2 meters and 2.6 meters. Goddamn, man, shit. I'm like barely 170. No, I'm barely like 180 centimeters. So,
What's the accessories?
probably just like, it's just a bag, inflator, and
Bag.
so was that the vest or something? It was like a vest. I like the name for it. 2-meter adult boxing muscle bear, inflatable suit, giant blow up furry mascot, costume, animal character, wearable cosplay fancy dress. From AliExpress.
That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Oh, okay, that's what it looks like. High res. Okay.
Yeah, now we can. I'll take the dark brown one.
No, I actually kind of wanted the dark brown one now, but all right, I'll take the light brown one.
What?
Yeah,
What do
you get
mean?
one. You get one. Wait, you get one too. I get one, and we go to Evo, and it just like blocks.
You just box in front of Max's like stuff, and you'd be like, "What the hell are these?"
We're boxing, but we're whiffing, and then I do the sweep. I whiff the sweep.
You trying to do the charging headbutt, like
Yeah. But I whiff. Oh man, that'd be so
you
funny.
sidestep, and you're like,
I can't help but imagine. So what is this? Waterproof PVC, blush hair. 12 volt rechargeable lead acid / lithium battery to be used. Kit does not include in battery. Oh, you buy the battery separate. Okay. And then there's the built-in fan vest. Oh, okay. So the vest holds the fan. Okay. Are you looking for a beautiful, eye-catching boxing bear costume for entertainment or brands marketing? This inflatable boxing bear doll costume is an ideal choice. Full body walking mascot. Get it today. Will bring lots of joy. Get this funny character boxing bear blow-up suit. It's perfect for Christmas, Halloween, roleplay, sports shows, Munich Oktoberfest, fancy dress, shopping, pool parties, bachelor parties, other party events with just a fun inflatable costume, or some marketing activity such as company, bar, club, TV, supermarket chain, hotel chain, annual meeting, carnival, opening ceremony, etc. In various cosplay dances, wearing this costume will make you stand out and be given as a surprise gift to friends or family. Oh man, that's funny. Features: fan protection, avoid furry hair stuck into fan while inflating, good hidden vision while well inflated within a minute, two-way zipper, you can wear it on your own or get assistance put it on and off. Okay, that's good. That's actually a good note, because yeah, obviously if you can't do it by yourself, that sucks. Shoes and belt built into the costume to hold wearer to assure safe performance. Giant, lightweight, easy to store, inflatable, furry, soft to the touch, assure realistic looks while gives you maximum comfort to wear it in all seasons. Oh, I hope so. Oh, okay, I see. So there's the shoe part, there's the vest, and then ready to, yeah, okay. Interesting. Don't washing or dry clean. It will destroy the structure of the material, which will permit air in. Oh, so it's gonna like stink like shit then. If you can't wash. I'm pretty sure you can
Febreze that fucker.
Yeah, you have to just Febreze it, yeah. I'm pretty sure you can do like spot cleaning. Yeah, it says any spots on the mascot with damp cloth, portable stain remover such as shout wipes are handy for small stain emergencies. The sooner any stain is treated, the easier it will come out. These instructions are just funny. I think they're like directly translated from Chinese or whatever, because this is coming from China, I believe. Oh, okay, but that's weird. They don't tell you to wash it. Oh, maybe it's telling you not to machine wash it. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell you. Yeah, it says put detergent in warm water, clean spots with damp cloth. Don't put the whole costume into water. It will allow air into costume. That's very confusing. Absorb costume with a dry towel. Dry in the shade. If you get costume wet in the rain or water, comb the hair after dry. All right. Oh wow, there's like way more inflatable costumes too. King Kong. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay. There's a blue one. There's a red one. Oh, that's the new Empire new Kong, right? Totally. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's not get into this rabbit hole of furry suits. Oh god, there's Ted. There's bootleg Ted. Bootleg Ted in the, what is that, like a ballerina tutu thing? All right.
Yeah, it's Ted in Fortnite.
But yeah, pretty much. All right, before we get into this, oh my god, it's called Eris Mascot Store. That's really funny. What if Eris actually ran the thing? What if actually it was Eris that was running this thing? That'd be so funny. All right.
I'll believe it.
Yeah, I would not be too surprised. Oh my god, there's lots the bear. There's just straight up lots the bear.
and here comes Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name?
What's your name?
Huh? Do I own that?
Yep.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yep. Excuse me, I did not tell you to wear that costume, huh?
Slap. Oh,
Yeah.
where's my money, bitch?
Oh yeah, these ones are pretty funny. The one on Amazon, the one it looks like you're riding on something.
I like the alien one. Like the aliens like taking you away.
Oh yeah. And then There's one with Star Wars. What was it called? Oh, the Tauntaun, right? The one you ride on in the snowy planet thing from Empire Strikes Back. No, that one also was kind of like that. All right. And then with the inflatable costume thing, I don't want to get into that rabbit hole, so let's just end it there. Will we ever be at Evo with those costumes? Who the fuck knows? If someone paid us to do it, yes, I think we would do it. All right. So that's it from us. Thank you very much. Fun episode, all that stuff. Definitely on pretty long for this many things in the docket. So, but we like to go off on tangents and stuff. So, anyways, thank you very much. We'll hope to see you all in the next one, assuming that I make it through the rainstorm. But bye bye.
What?